Lana eliminated Nia Jax, which was pretty funny.
Lana eliminated Nia Jax. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
Alexa
awesome.
Bliss got eliminated in 30 seconds. So Alexa Bliss came in and then did like a crab walk in the ring, and then like the lights went out, and then it was like she was gonna power up and become like next level Bliss, the ultimate level of Alexa Bliss, but then she got thrown out by like I think Rhea Ripley like immediately. So it was kind of pointless there, but oh fuck. Fuck it, I'm getting a beer. Fuck. Oh. Water is a scam. Fuck the water. Away. Her taint. Getting the beer there, no, I've been drinking.
Okay. That should be better now.
I didn't want to spike drinks. My heart's about to explode. Might die during the show. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Well, we're live again. I just want to get my fucking mic fixed. Holy shit. Dropping down to like fucking... So, PPP, my man. Alright, did you enjoy the Rumble? Did you think it was a good show from top to bottom?
Yeah.
I
mean, the only match that was kind of a little bit weak was the Sasha and Carmella match.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was still not a terrible fucking women's match. Sasha's okay, I guess. So, I mean, the show started off and everybody was fucking worried if Goldberg was going to fucking win. You know? I thought Goldberg was going to win. And I was pretty hyped for it to see everybody get bum hurt. McIntyre lost, but
right.
I guess WWE saw reason. You know, McIntyre won. Like, what was it, 4 minutes? It was like 4 minutes.
I timed it. It was not 4 minutes. From bell to bell, it was 2 minutes and 32 seconds.
Well, the bell didn't fucking ring at the start, right?
No, they did a walk and brawl for about a minute, and then the bell rang, and then they did 2 minutes. So it was literally 3 minutes of wrestling.
Yeah, you know what? But it was what it was. You know, Goldberg speared him through the barricade. I mark out for that. I love fucking Goldberg spearing people through the barricade. Wasn't as good as Lesnar.
Right.
The right guy went over. McIntyre won, and then Goldberg kind of passed the torch to him. They did the right thing with this. They did all they could really do with it. I was happy enough with it. I like Drew. But it would have been funny if Goldberg won because people would have lost their shit and been bum hurt, you know. But that's just the way it is.
What can you do, right? It was short. It was fine. I thought for sure Miz was going to cash in after the match because they've been teasing that, but they didn't. I have no idea. I have no idea like when that's going to happen. I don't know why the fuck Miz has the Money in the Bank, but who gives a shit? I thought this match was fine.
Well, he lost it, and then he got it back again. He cashed in, lost. He cashed in at TLC and lost, and then he got it back. They just gave it back to him on an episode of Raw.
What the fuck? This is retarded. This is so stupid.
The GM they went to the GM, whoever it was. I don't even know who's the GM of Raw. They went to the GM, fucking were like, oh, this isn't fair, you know, I should get it back. And then it's not on top of it today, I guess, GAHOOLE.
I don't know, man. I hate the fucking internet at this place. The upload's fucked. I just can't.
Where are you at? You're at your buddies, or
I'm at my house. This is my house. The internet upload speed here is dog shit. It's like the download speed is totally fine. Just the upload's dog shit. There we go. We're back now. It looks like. Yeah. Fuck. Sorry for everyone who's trying to watch.
They're saying you need to close the child John Cena downloads.
Hey. Fuck you, buddy. I'm doing my best.
That's what he's saying in chat. I don't know what to say to this.
Listen,
dabbing on him.
I'm dabbing on that sucker. Okay, we're back to normal. Fuck, it just keeps dropping. Adam, stop fucking downloading anything. I don't know what the fuck. Oh, it's back
You
up.
tell him, is this your arcade cabinet?
Yeah, it's my arcade. That's my Mortal Kombat arcade cabinet. It's a main cab. Got a bunch of games, 2,000 games on it. Pretty badass.
Oh, fuck. It is pretty badass, buddy. How would that set you back? Like $5,000?
No, I built it myself for.
Jesus, buddy. Well, there you go. What a fucking Chad move. You're winning, buddy. Why do you have a Montreal Canadiens jacket?
It's not much. It's St. Cloud State. It's where my dad worked. It's where I
Do
went
you
to
know?
school.
Do you know what the Montreal Canadiens are, though, in their
Yeah,
logo?
it's the exact same logo, but it's an ST in there instead of the H or whatever. So it's a little bit
Oh,
different.
I was just a little worried about your sexuality there for a minute wearing Montreal merch, but that's
No,
okay.
this is all of my half my clothes are this St. Cloud team because my dad worked there and got me free clothes. So I don't give a shit.
Based. Well, yeah, so McIntyre and Goldberg, what the fuck did you think? You thought it was all right there?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty fine. It was a Goldberg match, a couple minutes. It was fine. It was enjoyable enough. You can't complain. It was okay. I'm not gonna sit here and bitch about that shit. It was fine.
Yeah. Then we had what was it? Sasha and Carmella, I think was the next match. The women's tag titles were on the pre-show. I don't know if you watched the pre-show.
Yeah, I did watch the pre-show. That match wasn't good. It was stupid. And actually, this Sasha match was also not good. It was stupid. The wrestling was okay, but there was a fucking crazy faceplant Carmella did that was so
she dived to the outside.
Sasha didn't catch her right. I was definitely on Sasha, and she just fucking face planted right into the pavement. It was badass.
I was watching
that shit.
I was marked out for it.
Me too. We all loved it. We were all so happy. It was like, yeah, fuck her. I think her Botox got fucked up too for the rest of the match. Like her nose, like her gel was pushed up in her face. It was awesome.
Oh fuck, she got murked on that spot. But what can you do? She was fucking slop. Yeah. And then the match was what it was.
The finish was retarded. It was just Carmella was in control, and then she hit one move on her, and she won. It was just a lazy, sloppy way to end the match. I thought not very good. And then
I don't know. For a women's match, it wasn't fucking terrible.
No,
it was.
It's not as bad as the women's.
It's better than the AEW women's.
It is, but also it was longer than the AEW women's matches, and I would rather there just not be women's matches if possible. But I guess Women's Rumble was good, but I didn't watch it. What did you think of that?
I thought they did a good job with the Women's Rumble. They they had Rhea in there a long time, Naomi in there a long time, Bayley was in there a while. Some surprises. Jillian Hall came back, Mickie James comes back, Victoria comes back, Jillian Hall, I said. I was excited for Jillian. I thought she came out with this terrible theme song, which was her singing. And I think it was her singing her own theme song on the way out. And it was it was fucking terrible. Oh, Bad Bunny did a fucking rap.
Bad Bunny. That one was a surreal. It was because the lyrics were all in Mexican. They weren't subtitled or anything. It was this weird Booker T's just standing there. And he's just
so the music video for this. So if you've seen the music video for this, it's just 4 minutes of Booker T standing in a room like this. And he's dancing around him, and that's exactly what they recreated. So,
but you don't even have to. It's in a room, but it's it's weird. It was surreal because the fake crowd noise was going the entire time it was happening, so you couldn't understand the lyrics at all, even if you didn't know Spanish. The lights and the background were this 2000s video game texture of this gray steel wall with red and a really crappy public domain graphic of a skull. I actually thought it was Kino.
Yeah.
It was so surreally terrible. I would consider it a classic Kino. It's a modernist experimental Kino.
It was video. When Motorhead played, or it was just fucking weird. Every WWE musical performance isn't great. I don't think there's ever been a good one, other than Cult of Personality playing out CM Punk. But when was the other than that? Can you think of an instance where?
Let's see. Didn't Limp Bizkit play at some point? I think that one was pretty.
He played out the Undertaker. I don't
That's
know.
right.
Well, Motorhead played. Remember, they played out Triple H at
And
WrestleMania. I think it was 18
it
or
was X7.
19.
That was X7, yeah.
X7 against Undertaker, I think it was. And they like you couldn't hear them. Like they've had to dub it in
Well,
now in the re-releases of
and the lyrics were wrong. They kept going. They kept saying the wrong lyrics. It's like
Yeah.
it's all about the game and how you game it. It's all about the game, and if you can play it. It was the best.
But he couldn't even get the lyrics right. It was fucking jokes and shit. I think he was like high as fucking drunk doing it.
It was badass.
Some
Actually, that was
bass
pretty
shit.
sweet. No, this one I don't think it was good, but I think it was Kino. Like I think like it was so absurdly like retarded like what was happening, and like the lyrics were fucked. The whole like lighting and system with the whole Thunderdome thing, which I'm over the Thunderdome, by the way. I don't like the Thunderdome anymore. It sucks. The fake crowd noise.
It's like a dystopian Black Mirror fucking WWE.
It's
like,
really fucking shitty.
It's like a void into hell.
It's like with all the fans, especially when they started chanting "This is awesome" during the men's Rumble match. That was like, oh my god, this is like hell. I'm in hell. This is like they're like shoving Ring of Honor chants into this like neo like fucking dystopian WWE shit. It's like I don't want to see this. I don't even like I don't even like the "This is awesome" chant. And it was like I fucking hated that because it felt so fake. But this I thought was Kino because you have like this fucking DJ going on the other side, and the Booker T's just like looking and like staring at the camera, and like there's all this like just lights and shit. It was so fucking bad, but it was great. I thoroughly enjoyed.
So that was in what was that in between the fucking women's match and the women's Rumble? Did that happen? When did that happen?
That was in between those two, and then
Jesus,
fuck, and then there was the women's Rumble.
Then it was the last man standing match after that, right? Or was there something in between that?
Peter Rosenberg won the
there was like
7 title.
Oh, Peter Rosenberg won the title. That it was fucking stupid, but what can you fucking do?
And then there was a promo package, and then the last man standing match, which I really liked. I thought it was a fucking great match.
Yeah,
this was fucking awesome.
No, I think every time.
Go ahead.
I really, really like this fucking match. I think every time Reigns and Owens have got in there, they've had a pretty good fucking match. It's just the issue is, that Owens wasn't going to win. But at the end, I almost bought it when he had him handcuffed. Yeah. And I was like, there's no way. How can he get up? He's fucked.
And then he didn't get up.
He just
fucking threw the ref. It was such an asshole heel, but so smart. Oh, everyone in the room marked out to that when we were watching it. Like, we all fucking love that shit.
Yeah. The golf cart, he comes and fucking smokes him with the golf cart.
That was
sick.
And
it was fucking badass.
It was all
badass. He fucking smoked it with that golf
And even the throw, they did the spot where they threw him off. They threw him off higher in the Thunderdome. So it's like, yeah, they one up themselves. But then he just fucking gets up and starts no-selling it. Which, normally it's like whatever. But honestly, fuck it was badass. Everyone, like, they were throwing stuff off of stuff. They jumped off the forklift, It was sick. It was a ton of
the
fucking awesome spots, but there was also like a lot of really great like storytelling, like timing, good psychology. Kevin Owens, you bought he was going to win, even though in any world, if you think logically, he's not going to win because of the way the match fell out. You thought he was going to win because it was a fucking great match. These guys are both fucking awesome, and I wasn't excited for this match because we've seen Owens and Reigns a couple times already, but
but it was still a great match, even though you knew that Reigns was going to win. I still bought into it. I bought into the false finish there at the end for Owens, and the match was a really fucking good match. The only thing I forgot to mention about the women's Royal Rumble is just a little bit of disappointment. No Becky Lynch. There's no fucking Trish Stratus. There's no Lita. There's no Ronda Rousey. And the men's match as well. The lack of surprises. I mean, we'll get into it, but. It was just a little disappointing, I think, for some people.
Well, the surprise was they were surprised if they were kind of lame, like they were kind of like. I mean, Christian was a great surprise. I mean, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But I thought for sure Becky was coming back at the Rumble. I thought she was going to win. I thought that she was like a shoo-in to win actually, but she didn't, and I think Bianca's probably someone they want to push. I'm guessing it's Bianca Sasha or maybe Bianca. I don't know if
I think they got to do Bianca and Sasha instead of Bianca Asuka because I think that's a better kind of story. Like those two are kind of similar in terms of their like bougie, classy, ratchet bitch aesthetic, I guess, or whatever the fuck the boss aesthetic. I guess that's what that match would be. I don't know. It's not that exciting. I don't know. I would have kind of almost liked to have just seen Charlotte win because again, it would have pissed people off. Yeah. And I don't know. I think they're pretty much they're now doing. I guess because they had fucking what's her name, the woman's right lady, Lacey Evans or whatever, come in and fucking cost her the tag titles, and then they had her come out to Ric Flair's music during this match. So
Yeah.
I guess Charlotte's gonna feud with Lacey Evans. I don't
I think
know.
that's probably gonna be the Mania match. I think we're gonna have a lot of like because it's 2 nights. I think they're gonna do two. Last year they did 2 3-hour shows or two whatever because whatever. But I think they're gonna do 2 like 5 or 6 hour shows this year. I just have a sinking feeling it's gonna
No.
be that, and
Oh God.
they're
I
gonna do a ton
just
of women's matches like women's singles matches to fill up that card on both nights.
I'm just telling you, like this was one 4 hour show and it fucking worked. And I don't know why they can't just do WrestleMania as a 4 hour show. They did it for how many WrestleManias as 3 or 4 hours. It was
I
more than enough.
You know what? I'd be even okay with going to a 4 hour with an hour pre-show. In like a total of 5 hours. Like I'd be okay with that even. Fuck it. But
But this
like,
expectation of watching 8 to 12 hours of fucking wrestling. I mean, holy shit, who's got the will for this?
oh,
I mean,
it was fucking.
and if you're,
I
and
mean,
I mean, you sat at one of these fuckers.
you
You
went to
went to
two.
35.
I went to two. I went to rest. I think 34 and 35, and 34 wasn't as bad because I don't think it was that as long, but it was fucking long. But 35 was literally I was there for 12 hours, and it was a miserable fucking experience. I can't. They can't do it. I'm okay with it. I would even be okay if it was a. I'm okay with like doing 1 6 hour show a year if it's like a total of 6 hours, like a 5 hour main card, hour pre-show. But fuck me, it's not that. It's 7 to 8 hours long with the pre-show. It's so fucked. It's like if we're gonna do it keeps
It's
getting bigger.
even if it was good, even if it was all good and like the best wrestling imaginable, it's still too much fuck. And the thing
Well,
is, it's not all good. It's a lot of it's shit. It's crap.
okay, like
It's
34.
shit that shouldn't even be on WrestleMania.
34 as a mania was one of my favorite, like it's one of the best manias until the two main events. Like, until that last hour of the AJ Nakamura and Roman versus Lesnar, that
Oh,
but
oh,
before those two matches, it was like one of the best manias like ever, I thought. I mean,
and by the way, I'm so glad Nakamura didn't win the Royal Rumble like some people thought he was going to win the Royal Rumble this year. Fuck him. He shit the bed at WrestleMania 34, shit the bed so badly with AJ in a match that
sucked.
everybody was so hyped to see. And it was shit. It was shit.
I
I mean, it was okay for.
I was pissed at it, but it wasn't even good. Listen, you have to deliver when you're expected to deliver, and he just didn't because he's lazy. And maybe he can rebuild himself and like regroup, but he has to prove that he can fucking wrestle again. Or maybe he shouldn't be wrestling. He should just retire. Fuck it, or like make your checks, do whatever you
He's
got.
just he's clearly just a stunt because he clearly can do it when he wants to do it. We've all seen him do it. But then, when he's on that big stage and he's supposed to produce, he doesn't produce, and then he wonders and people cry, "Oh, where is Nakamura's spot? Where is his spot?"
He doesn't
But
need to.
fuck him. There's so many guys who can do what he does anyway because he can't fucking talk. He can't do shit. I mean, the only reason I think he even ever got over was that fucking people singing the theme song.
His
I mean,
first
fuck.
match, his NXT run was really good. But the only great NXT match he had was his first one, his debut match, which was fucking awesome, by the way. That was a great fucking match. His Dallas, and that's like one of the ones that put him. But he got over in Japan because he had great matches there, and then he just stopped trying because he got over on his character work wherever here. But the reality is, who fucking cares? Why are we talking about this? Nakamura didn't win. He had a pretty good run, I thought, and I thought he looked okay in this. He clearly tried a little bit in this match. And I hope he continues to try. Maybe he can build himself back up into being a main event player by wrestling well.
But no, we were saying though the length of these WrestleManias in 34. By the time you got to those main events, you were dead. You were dead. Everybody was
Yeah.
exhausted, and those main events in particular, how deflating the AJ and Nakamura one was. Then it just left the crowd so dead and they just shit on Lesnar and fucking Reigns.
Okay, you have to
if I remember correctly.
There was actually 3 matches towards the end. So you have to remember, we were hot going into Lesnar Nakamura. Going to Nakamura Styles. We were fucking ready to love that match. We weren't tired then. We were tired because of that match. We were all the show so far was so good, and that match we were like, yes, this is gonna be the fucking shit. I can't wait. And they fucking hit, and it was just not good. It was just okay. It was a fucking kind of a weak sauce match. and then we were like deflated and like dead, and like, oh fuck this. And then
It was the bare minimum.
and then after that, the
The
Strowman kid
bare.
angle happened, which was a disgrace to pro wrestling, but I thought it was pretty funny at the time, and
Oh
that
my
kind of got the
god!
crowd laughing a little bit. But it was like just like the
I
stupid shit.
forgot about that.
How could you forget?
For
Fucking
those of you who aren't aware, because I fucking erased it from my memory because it's fucking mongoloided. For those who don't fucking recall or weren't there, fucking Braun Strowman teamed with a 10-year-old child to win the tag team championships.
Mhm.
What the fuck? The 10-year-old boy was a champion for like a day and then vacated the title on Raw the next night. Is that not what happened?
That is exactly what happened. I wanted them to be champions until I wanted them to defend the titles that day and just have the kid get killed. Would have been awesome. Would have been so fucking amazing.
Imagine the heat if Orton punted the kid in the head. That's what should have happened. They should have had Edge and Orton come out and punt him in the head. Something like this, but
and then Lesnar
alas,
Reigns,
it was not.
which was just the stupidest fucking match of all time. It was like maybe if the crowd was hot going into it, it would have been something. But this was like a year after the 32. No, it was 2 years in a row of people booing Roman. It was like right at the end tail of the Roman Reigns
the
reign.
Undertaker was the year before, and then before that it was the Triple H Roman match, which I think was the most rejected fucking main event of all time.
Yeah, that's what got me into wrestling. That's what got me back into wrestling was seeing how people rejected. I thought it was a fun shit post how bad Roman Reigns got booed. It was funny at the time.
Oh man.
But yeah, so of course Roman Reigns in the main event, and people, we're already gonna be smarky and reject it because fucking WrestleMania fans are. But then on top of that, it wasn't a very good match, and Lesnar just won for like no reason. We were all like, oh fuck. And then at that point we were like, an hour of being tired essentially, and we fucking left the show feeling kind of like, fuck.
Yeah, but at least it was New Orleans, and it wasn't fucking. You had to wait in the rain for fucking hours trying to get it gone.
New Orleans was awesome because I could just walk back from the stadium to my hotel. I actually walked down to Bourbon Street. We had some drinks before we went back to bed. It was awesome. That was actually New Orleans is a fucking great city to have WrestleMania. It's so nice.
Last man standing match was fucking pretty excellent.
That was awesome. Actually, I love this match. It's one of my favorite W matches I've seen. God, and like this hit all the right notes for me. I fucking loved it. This was awesome.
Yeah, it was actually a really good show. This pay-per-view definitely did deliver, at least to being the level of, it was actually fun to watch, because a lot of the pay-per-views, have just not actually been fun to watch or good at all. And so this one was pretty good top to bottom. There's a little bit of disappointment in the men's rumble, some people not showing up that you would have liked. No Brock Lesnar. Not Undertaker, but no Rock.
No Cena. I thought for sure Cena was going to show up.
Cena.
But he'll be at WrestleMania, I imagine. My guess is Fiend again or something. Fuck, I don't know what the plan is. Because I'm guessing it's going to be Edge McIntyre. I hope it's Cena Roman. I want to see Cena Roman. I think that'd be a great match. Fitting.
Well, it's going to be Edge and Roman. The Battle of the Spears that's what they're going to do.
You think
and they're going to have Edge be like the baby face. Yeah, and they're going to have it be like Roman is going to paralyze him. They're going to play into people. That's what I think they'll do. Because they'll play into like that Roman's a bully. He's going to, Edge, stay down. You shouldn't be working. I'm the big dog. I'm the tribal chief. And, I think they'll milk that for heat, right? Play off of that. I'm guessing. Maybe not. Maybe they'll fucking... Because last year they wanted to do the Battle of the Spears with Goldberg and Reigns pretty clearly, and so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that's on my belt.
No, that didn't end up working out because Roman wasn't going to fucking risk COVID, even though he's doing it now.
Well, back then it was a little bit different, and also I think he probably cared more about his family. You have to think if he's got leukemia, you gotta imagine his kids are at risk for that stuff. So even if they don't have it now, he doesn't want to endanger them. Fuck.
Yeah. But,
I think
it is what it is. The Rumble, as a match itself, the men's Rumble actually, to me, was a little bit less exciting than the women's Rumble, to be honest. It just seemed like...
of the men's Rumble that were pretty slow, but I thought the ending was really, really good. I thought the ending was great.
It was telegraphed for me because as soon as Orton was hobbling to the back, I know he's coming back. And I thought, oh my God, are they actually going to have Orton in the fucking Rumble?
Yeah.
And I was like, if that had happened, I would be really, really angry. And I'm still not happy that Edge won because Edge shouldn't be wrestling. And I don't understand why he's allowed to wrestle.
Yeah.
I love Edge. He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. He's Canadian.
Mhm.
I don't want to see Edge be paralyzed and in pain every day for the rest of his life. And I think he probably is in pain every day right now.
I
And I
imagine.
think he's suffering. I think he's in pain every day. And he's still taking bumps. And there's no reason for it. There's no reason for this shit other than like a childish pride thing of going out on his own terms. Last year it was like, let's let him go out on his own terms. He got hurt. Now we're letting him come back again after another injury. And
And
he's undoubtedly going to get hurt to end this run as well. And that's how I see it. Like he's gonna get hurt at some point, unless it's just he's doing WrestleMania and he's gone. But then it's like, oh well, I have an itch for another match and another match, and then he'll be
yeah.
in fucking Impact in 10 years. If he's not in a fucking wheelchair by then, like somebody has to tell these guys no. Somebody has to like at some point say, Mick Foley, you're not wrestling again. Terry Funk, you're not wrestling again. But people don't give a shit. They just let them
No.
work.
No, they're gonna wrestle forever. Forever and forever and forever.
But I won't even be surprised if they fucking wheel Hulk Hogan's ass out for WrestleMania this year and put him in the fucking ring. Would you?
No. I mean for the battle royal thing, I mean fucking Iron Sheik was in the gimmick battle royal in WrestleMania X7. He couldn't even go to the top rope. That's why he won that match, because he literally could not take the bump to go outside the top rope.
No, Iron Sheik won because Iron Sheik badass. Iron Sheik
Iron Sheik is
number
badass.
one,
Iron
Sheiky
Sheik,
baby.
Iron Sheik is so badass he refused to take the bump. He just says, "No, I'm not gonna do it." And they said, "Okay, you win."
Yeah,
Instead of arguing with the Iron Sheik,
yeah.
they just agreed to let him win.
Can you imagine trying to tell the Sheik he's gonna lose in Madison Square Garden or whatever?
Can you imagine the
I'm not
fear?
losing Madison Square Garden, you cocksucker! I fuck you, motherfuck you, make you humble.
It'd be
Fuck
so
your
good.
ass.
Oh
Did you ever see the Kenny versus Spenny episode? Who can be the better pro wrestler?
no!
So the humiliation is Iron Sheik comes in at the end and sodomizes Spenny with a beer bottle in the ring. He comes in with a beer bottle and he just starts kicking Spenny's ass.
Yes, that's awesome.
And he's like, Iron Sheik, fuck you. You don't like Iron Sheik. You like faggot Hulk Hogan. You like that cocksucker Hogan, Spenny.
Hulk Hogan,
I
cocksucker.
fuck your ass. He cocksucker. He never sell out Madison Square Garden.
Hulk Hogan never sold
Sheik
out.
sell out. Yes, Sheik sell out Madison Square Garden. Hulk Hogan never sell out Madison Square Garden.
I can't believe that. That's so great.
It's so good.
Fucking shit, baby. But no, okay. None of these guys. Listen, here's the deal. The only reason I enjoyed Edge winning was because, like I said, my friend had predicted that Edge was going to win, and if he didn't get that one right, he wasn't going to win the belts. So we were all and like he was gonna have to do, we were gonna do a tiebreaker, which would have been fucking bullshit. So we were like, we want him to win so that we get all our predictions right. So we were like, when like it was like down to the very end, like Edge fucking got everyone out. We were all fucking cheering, like, yeah, Dylan, you did it, Dylan, you did it. And then fucking Randy Orton came out and like, oh no, fuck, and then he won anyways. And listen, that Randy Orton with the telegraph thing, you're right. It was very obvious what that was going to happen. But the thing with wrestling is, the things that are obvious are sometimes the things that just work well. Like, you knew exactly what was going to happen when you saw that, and it did happen. But you know what? I still liked it. It just because it was obvious doesn't mean it was bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure if that makes sense.
No, I guess not. But I'm just tired. I'm just tired of Orton being the focus of the Rumble and the focus of a lot of things. Like, I don't think Orton needs to be in the final two of the Rumble. I don't think he needs to have like. It's just silly to me to feature him so prominently. He doesn't need it. Where the fuck is like I don't know? Keith Lee didn't make it that far. I don't know.
Keith Lee wasn't in the
didn't
Rumble.
Make it that far.
But okay, this is actually here's something that's stupid. It's Ricochet was in the Rumble, right? And you know, on Raw they were doing that. He had to do a qualifying match to get into the Rumble, right?
Yeah.
He lost that. So why was he in the
No,
Rumble?
I didn't watch it.
Yeah. He had to do a qualifying match to get into the Rumble, and he lost that match. But then he still was in the Rumble because
I guess Vince is just done. I guess he's done with Keith Lee. He's had enough.
I'm done playing with you now.
Yeah, Brian got fucking taken out, and it almost felt too easy and not in the match enough for a lot of people. A lot of people be disappointed that Brian went out so easy and so early.
I guess.
But what can you do?
I think he said was saying a feud with Seth. Probably they probably knew Seth Bryan at Mania.
I was happy to see Seth not win. That's,
Dude,
I guess, one of the big takeaways.
Seth was.
I thought when he came in at 28 or 29, I was like, oh no.
I thought for sure he was going to win. I think Seth was like the Seth and Christian were the big surprises of the match. I mean, Carlito was cool. Actually, Carlito looked really good. I think Carlito.
I was actually really excited for Carlito. I was marking out for Carlito.
No one else in the room knew who Carlito was in my house. No one else here knew who the fuck he was. But I was like, oh, it's Carlito. I had a Carlito action figure when I was like 8. It was so cool.
I loved Carlito. He was so fun. And he comes out and he's got a good physique. He looked good. He looked like he could have another run in WWE.
He did a fucking great drop kick. He's like hiding that drop kick was as good as like Ricochet's drop kick. And he's like much bigger.
Carlito's thing is, his thing is just that he's a lazy bastard. Is Carlito's fucking biggest problem.
That's his gimmick, though.
So
that's literally his gimmick.
I know that's his gimmick. But that's who he is. He's just a lazy cunt. So it is what it is. I guess he'd never get to that big level, but I'd like to see him come back for another little mid-card run or something.
Or do what MVP did for the Mexicans, you know? MVP did it for the Blacks. He did it for the Mexicans, you know? And had like the Carlito business. Hey, say little lamb around with some Coronas.
Well, with his family lineage and the Colon family and all that, he could definitely do something like that.
He would actually be a good guy.
It's just...
Because honestly, I think the MVP stuff, actually, his comeback worked really well. Getting those guys back on track.
I've always liked MVP. Even when I was a kid, I liked MVP. I always thought he was kind of fucking fun.
Yeah. MVP is great, but his like latest like run in terms of like getting his like Bobby Lashley back on track, getting Shelton Benjamin back on track, even like Cedric Alexander to lesser extent, but all those guys are like on much better positions right now than they were before he helped them out.
Well, it's the mid 2000s nostalgia fucking train of black wrestlers. It's what it is, really, isn't it?
That's true.
But I like all those guys, so I really like the Hurt Business. I don't know. Hurricane Helms was in the Rumble, I guess.
Yeah, that was interesting. I don't really. I think that they've done that a couple of times now for nostalgia bait, and it doesn't. It's not like it's. They've done it so much. It's not a surprise for me anymore when he shows up. It's kind of like remember him? Like when they did.
Yeah, and I don't know. There would have.
He was just at the fucking Elite Deletion too, or something. So. I don't know. He's too fresh in my mind for me to be excited to see him again. Like he's just, I know why he sucks. It's fine.
Yeah, fuck it. It is what it is. I would have liked to see him maybe a different nostalgia act this time.
Yeah,
something else. The Godfather and his hose. Bring out the hoe train. We can't have that though. What would there have been? Because the hoes are banned.
Can't do Godfather. Do Papa Shango.
Yeah, Papa Shango.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, bring him in.
Or do Diesel again. They haven't done Diesel or Razor, something like that.
Yeah, but Jesus, Diesel and Razor are fucking I don't know if they should be in the ring.
Oh,
like Kevin Nash is liable to blow both quads fucking getting in the ring again and fucking
he's liable to blow both quads getting into his car. Oh my god.
Like he's 7 foot tall, motherfucker blows both quads. Like fuck, that was like 10 years ago. I think he blew both quads in a match with Triple H.
Yep.
And that was the last time he was ever seen. Was like TLC 2011. I actually liked that match though. It was fucking jokes. The sledgehammer match.
Yes.
Did you ever see it with Nash and Triple H?
I think I did go back and watch that one. That was like after.
And it was like the culmination of like the fucking texting storyline where Nash is like sent the text message to himself.
That's right. Oh god, that was awesome. Text message
to himself. It was fucking. It just killed Punk off. Just fucked his momentum and it never recovered.
Punk. It sucks. You're a short order cook from a Waffle House in Packville. You're a little indie little wannabe. So good.
And then they didn't get the match between Punk and Nash even ever happening. So then it was just retarded, and he had the match with Triple H that he lost, which was all to just like inflate Triple H's ego. And like Punk needed to win that match for his gimmick to mean anything, and it was just holy shit. That was just a fucking nightmare.
It was awesome. So good. Oh, but anyways, the big comeback, the big return for the whole Rumble was Christian, obviously.
But I don't even really care. Like, I know a lot of people are all like, Christian, one more match, and they petition for it, and they cry out their ass. But, you know, I really don't give a shit, because I know he's not winning the Rumble. And it's just like, I was never that big into Christian. Like, he's just a guy. He's decent.
You didn't like his Christian Cage run in TNA? You know, a Christian Coalition brother with fucking what's his face, Tomko and AJ. Like, come on, that was
so amazing.
That was so good.
People try and put that over, I guess, but I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I'm putting all 2000s TNA. That's the height of wrestling. That's as good as it got, brother. It doesn't get better than that.
I can't believe they're still in business. I cannot believe somehow that entity is still in business.
You can't kill it, brother. Hey,
they literally have a show now called Hard to Kill because they're the cockroach of wrestling. And just for the dignity of Impact, it should die. You know, but they don't care. It's like WCW, I'm sure, could have continued as a third-rate bingo hall fed somewhere, run by fucking Chris Jericho or whatever. But, you know, it wouldn't have been WCW. It's good it died. You know, but TNA is this like lecherous fucking cockroach. I don't know.
They've got money. People believe in it. They want, you know, it just keeps getting passed around. People, it's like, well, what's the alternative? And for years, for so long, it was TNA. TNA was, I think, on a national TV level, Impact has been around longer than WCW ever was, and it had been when they fucking almost went bankrupt. So it was just
no, it was. It's been around. It was on Spike TV since at least 2007 or 8. You know, was that. When I first. It was like 2005.
2005 or 4. It's been a while because even before that. Because it was like
before that they were on pay-per-view. They were on weekly pay-per-view.
I think that was 2002. They were on weekly pay-per-view. Like, I'm not joking. I think because Jarrett went and started TNA like right after WCW went out of business. Almost, it was NWA TNA. So they were around. They've been around for
it was like an NWA show.
And you know, I mean, Nitro.
I was watching it when they had those NWA belts. Yeah, well, it's outlasted every other. It's the longest running show other than Raw, probably.
Yeah, Impact Wrestling, baby. It can't die. You can't stop Impact, baby. It's the fucking best.
Oh, fuck. Owl Chads rise up. The Owl Chads.
Owl Chads. You know what's really great, though, is WCW's... I mean, I guess if you count territory days, WCW was around a lot longer than TNA ever was. But if you count just, like, televised, like, Nitro was only around for, like, you know, not even 10 years, right?
No, less than that.
Because, like, Nitro started in, like, 93 or 94. I don't fucking know when Nitro started. No, it was after.
Yeah, like, it was like 95 or 96. Like, 95?
It was 94. I think it was 95. It was either 94 or 95 because it was after Luger. Luger had just left WWE, and that was the first episode. First episode, which was filmed at the Mall of America in Minnesota. Fun fact. Bet you didn't know that.
Because I went back and I watched like years of Nitros now. Like I'm fucking. I think I'm in 98 now.
Oh, the good days.
Yeah, well, it's still good, but it's gonna get bad soon. You know? But the glory days of the NWO. Yeah, it's gonna get real good. Fucking go get to WCW 2000. No go. You know, Booker T's gonna just drop the N-bomb on fucking television. Call Hulk Hogan.
Coming for you, nigga.
Oh boy.
Hulk Hogan. The Wall. That's the Wall, brother. That's the Wall, brother. Listen, that's what the whole Women's Rumble, Women's Tag match, that was the Wall, brother, in human form. Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, they look like fucking dog shit. I'm sorry.
Oh, Tori Wilson came out.
Oh, the
Tori
Wall.
Wilson came out of the Women's Rumble. And she looked like she had beat the Wall. She looked like she had overcome it at 45.
Overcome the wall. Nice.
He was still looking fucking fine, Tori Wilson was.
Fucking probably looked better than Nia Jax or Shayna fucking Baszler. Jesus Christ. Hey, guess
what?
Well,
Nia Jax got eliminated by Lana. It was based.
Lana. Yeah, push that shit. That's fucking based.
Lana made it to the final 5.
Oh my god.
With
so
Lana made it to the final 5 and then got eliminated.
Listen, I don't want to say but that just shows the level of depth, not for WWE's roster, but for in general for women's wrestling. That's the level of depth that Lana is in your final 5 for wrestling.
Well, Vince just masturbates to Lana.
Fair.
That's what it is. So.
I can't. I'm fine with if he's horny for that bitch. That's fine. Push her to the moon.
Yeah, make Lana the champion. Make Lana champ now.
Sure, I'd rather have.
That's what I want.
I'd rather have a hot woman be champion and see her on TV than fucking I don't know. Oh god.
I just want another angle where she gets blacked. That's what I want.
No,
I want more angles where she gets blacked on television.
Do you know I was at that TLC show where Rusev got cucked finally by Lashley?
Yeah, and it was so sad.
It was so depressing. It was like, oh my god. And that was the same show with the KFC Battle Royal or some shit. It was like that was just
my god!
It was like one of the worst pay-per-views of all time.
Battle Royal. Rusev, he got sent through the table, he was permanently cocked. I was so behind Rusev to win that match for the white race, and
I was so ready.
Get his wife back, and the crowd was hot for him too. And they just fucking buried him. Just buried him in the black abyss of cuckolding. And it was Paul Heyman running the company at the time with his Jewish fucking stories. What a king. But that was straight from the mind of Vince, too. I don't even think that was Paul's fucking fault. I think that was just Vince wants to cuck Rusev as much as he can. And I just want to see Lana have to make out with other men on television. And I just want it. And I need it. Because I hate Miro and AEW. And he needs to suffer. He needs to suffer more.
He needs to watch his wife get black again. God, that was so bad. So
his wife needs to get blacked in real life now. That's the next step. That's what Vince is working on. He's like, okay, we're going to give you this run in the Rumble, but you have to suck off Lashley, and I'm filming it and sending it to your husband. And he's like, that's how you get to the final 5 in the Rumble. That, if you let 4 black men plow you at once and let me film it and send it to your husband, then you're getting the strap at Mania. You're getting the rocket put to you. And I guarantee you that's a discussion that's happened.
I bet you it is.
I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility.
Oh, God. Push Lana, brother. Push her to the moon. You know what's awesome, though? They did 2 TLC shows in that Minneapolis stadium. And the first one was the one where the fucking Roman and Bray Wyatt got 6 at the sub in AJ and Kurt Angle. They hot-shot at Kurt Angle's re-debut at the fucking TLC for some reason. He was part of the fucking Shield. Damn, that was fucking... God, that feels like that forever ago. That one was a pretty good show, actually. That one was fun. But man, that fucking second one... Oh. I think that was the last live wrestling show I ever went to, was that pay-per-view, the TLC pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It was just not good. But... whatever.
What can you do? What can you fucking do? I guess that was the fucking Rumble. No Rock this year. We're not going to get Rock and Reigns.
No.
It's tough.
No Cena even.
I think Cena might just be done. That might be it for John.
Well, he was fucking in the commercial advertising Mania.
Maybe they'll have him come back and wrestle The Undertaker again.
No, it's going to be
Cena and The Fiend.
It might be Cena and Fiend again. It might be Cena and McIntyre.
Oh God!
It's gonna be Cena's gonna be in I don't know if he's gonna be in a main event, but he's gonna be a bigger match. It's gonna be I don't know who you could put him against though. That would fucking work. But
Cena and Goldberg.
Why? I don't think anyone wants to see that match.
I want to see that match.
Honestly,
I want to see.
Fuck it. Fuck it, right?
That's something to see. I just want to see what would happen if the 2 unstoppable forces went at each other. Goldberg has a great physique for his age, but he got in the ring, he was fucking sweating. Yeah. Just doing his entrance, he's blown up. And
yeah.
by the end of that 3 minute match, like he was walking like he was totally crippled and debilitated, and it had only been 3 minutes. So,
Yeah.
and I don't know if he was actually selling or if that was real.
I think he got like seriously kicked in the face though at one point. Like, he got fucked in the eye pretty bad during that. I think McIntyre kicked him kicked him by accident. But
Well, he was getting revenge for Bret Hart.
That's it. Fucking McIntyre's hero, Bret Hart.
Yeah. Oh fuck. But yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with Cena. I don't know if they're gonna bring Undertaker back for another WrestleMania again. He said he was retired on Joe Rogan and all this, but
yeah, he said he's fucking retired. I think he's just gonna go in the Hall of Fame and that's it. I think that fucking Survivor Series show that was his last. That was actually he's like, I'm done, man. And you know what? Boneyard was a good match to go out on. Honestly, that was a pretty good match. It was probably the best match he's had since fucking Roman at Mania.
I don't know. I don't really believe it. I don't really believe it. I think he'll be back. Maybe not this year, but he'll be back. Like he won't stop, you know? And it'll be Vince gets desperate again, or they get desperate and they're gonna call him back again and be like, you need to come in. Like, I don't know, if you watch The Undertaker Last Ride, like I just get the sense that he will just come back if they ask him to. Especially for a Saudi show to be paid like 10 million fucking or $20 million, like some stupid Saudi money show.
I mean, it's probably that's a lot of money. It's hard to say no to that kind of money, really.
Well, they're fucking paying guys like 2 years' salary to work one match at like a Saudi show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and top guys, like they're like, what did they were paying like Goldberg millions for that fucking shows. Like just stupid money. Lesnar, stupid money for these Saudi shows.
Right.
Like Shawn Michaels, they got Michaels to come back for a fucking Saudi blood money show, and it's the saddest thing I've ever seen.
That one was bad.
You remember that? Bald Shawn Michaels.
That one was really, really bad. Like, fucking Triple H tore his fucking pec. Undertaker got fucked in that match. Kane got fucked. Shawn was the one who came out of that match okay, actually, physically. He was the one who looked the best, surprisingly.
Well, I think Shawn fucked up that moonsault, or he got or Undertaker caught him wrong. Remember the moonsault spot where he literally kicks them in the head? Yeah, he kicked both of them in the head at the same time. Well, kicked him in the head on the moonsault.
Someone was fucking out of position on that. I don't know fucking know. But Shawn looked the best out of any of those guys in that match, which was sad. Oh man, Kane in the Rumble this year, he did not look good. That was weird.
Wow, it's time. It's starting to be time for Kane to fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fine. It is. No Big Show, I guess. No Big Show.
Yeah, fuck Big Show. The New Year's baby. Fuck it. I don't like Big Show.
Is it time for AEW, buddy?
AEW? I mean, if you want, we can review. Didn't we just review it?
What? No, the show this week.
Oh yeah, I'll review the show this week. Fuck it, yeah, let's go. What was this? Let me pull up the card.
Yeah.
Actually, I had someone in the chat says Cena versus Stardust at the Royal Rumble.
You know what? Let's bring Cody back as Stardust just to humiliate him. I hope that what happens is AEW goes under and Cody becomes bankrupted because he's invested in heavily, and then he's forced to come back as Stardust. And Vince makes him. You remember in The Simpsons when Mr. Burns makes Homer crawl through his spot? I hope that on WWE TV he makes him crawl through, and when he enters, he's Cody, and when he comes out the other side, he's Stardust. And it's like a cosmic moment, and then he sucks McMahon's penis. Yes. So he comes through this fucking thing that turns him into the Stardust fairy homosexual fag, and then he literally blows Vince on TV. That's what I want to see. I don't know if they're ever going to give me that, but maybe. Vince is feeling that special.
We can brain hope. All right, yeah. Let's see here. Eddie Kingston versus Lance Archer match. I thought that it was okay. Pretty good brawl thing. Sad Archer lost. I think that was pretty stupid, even if it was cheat.
Yeah.
Even if it was.
I like to see the brass knuckles come back. I haven't seen brass knuckles in a long time. But they weren't actual brass knuckles. Like they weren't the ones that I liked, which are the actual brass knuckles. It was some weird knuckle duster type thing. It didn't look as cool as the actual brass knucks.
Yeah, you couldn't really visually see it. They didn't show it to the camera very well. They just kind of saw him putting something on his hand. And like usually something like that, they show getting thrown away, and then like the heel like shows it to the camera, and then they throw
or puts it in his and he puts it in his pants or whatever.
yeah.
Stuff like this. I don't know. I used to like William Regal would do this back in like mid 2000s SmackDown era.
Mhm.
He used to do this or the roll of quarters, and you don't see that anymore. You don't see the roll of quarters or the brass knuckles as much. So I like that. That being said, I just don't think Eddie Kingston has any business going over Lance Archer. When you look at those
No.
two, um,
Especially
I
Lance Archer
mean,
right now, like he's fucking like I feel like he's on a roll right now. Like he's just turned babyface kind of, and he's a good babyface. He's a good giant. He's like fucking. He works really well as like a guy who can move really well. Who's fucking huge. He's got a cool gimmick. He's got a cool entrance music. Everything about him. Like he's a cool fucking dude, and it's just like nice gunshot, brother.
mm-hmm. You like it?
That's a good shot, brother. Get it right up in there. Yeah, play to the crowds. No, I agree. Eddie Kingston shouldn't have won this match. I think. Oh! I can't look. I'm not looking. I ain't gonna watch. I'm not turning back until it's off screen.
You're not homosexually turned on by my Gunt dominant school?
No, I'm not. I'm not. It's
Imagine it on your face.
Stop! It's fucked up, dude.
Face in the Gunt crease, pal.
Oh,
The sweatiness. Imagine the smell.
No.
Imagine. All right, there.
Fuck off, you fucking faggot. Oh, God. I fucking derailed that.
So, yeah, fucking, I don't know. Lance Archer fucking jobbed out. Jake looked like a big fat piece of shit.
Yeah.
Jake was like rolling like a big fat fuck too. And I don't know. It was what it is. Jake Roberts doesn't really do much. He's collecting a fucking paycheck there or whatever.
No, I mean, I'm glad it was a dirty win. It was actually one of the few times I've seen like a straight up like cheat to win on AEW in a while, actually, which I think is good. I think it gets good heat on Kingston, and it kind of protects Lance. I mean, it sucks that he lost, but it's better than a fucking. It's if they're gonna have Kingston go over, this is probably one of the better ways to do it. Yeah. But it's just a stupid decision to have him go over. But I guess they're building him up for something. I don't know what the plan is for Kingston to do next, but he's a great promo. Kingston is, honestly, and he's not a small guy, but he just doesn't look. The fucking Lance is huge. He should win, but whatever. He can't do much.
Yeah.
John Moxley video promo after that. Didn't like this.
Yeah.
Didn't like it.
He cut this promo in front of the fence. I don't know. I actually kind of laughed. He's like talking about like sex on in the morning and like.
Yeah.
It was just weird. It was like an incoherent babbling promo from Moxley. I kind of laughed at it, but I don't think it was good. I don't think it was like meant to be really.
Yeah. It was just weird. It was like, I don't know. It just didn't it didn't make a ton of sense. It just like kind of like rambles and like. There wasn't like a logical point to what happened.
He also said he likes his beer cold. This is what it was. His beer cold, his coffee hot, his water at room temperature, and sex in the morning because it's a good start to the day. The only person I know who drinks water at room temperature is Surfer, and I don't get it. But if you drink water at room temperature, it's just fucked.
Cold water.
I don't know.
Okay, look at that.
Not even God likes fucking lukewarm.
Look at this. God created the glaciers to give us cold water. Look at this. This is beautiful. This giant thermos full of cold water. This is refreshing and tasty.
The thermos of cold water. Woo.
Look at that. That's quality. You ever seen the movie Hubie Halloween?
Way better than cold water.
See, Surfer's got his hot take that room temperature water is better than cold.
Well, it's actually more hydrating.
It's hydrating?
That's what he says. It's more hydrating at room temperature than fucking whatever there. Guess I'm gonna.
You're taking a piss. Why are you taking a piss? Oh God! What the fuck? You just couldn't hold it in? Like, really?
That's how we do the show, brother. Oh no, the piss is overflowing.
Jesus Christ!
The piss is overflowing, people, and I have to get the plunger.
No! No!
Get the plunger out of time on stream.
Wait! How'd your piss overflow? How'd you overflow? How'd you clog a toilet with your piss? Is it just like that thick?
I don't know.
Are you not hydrating enough that your piss is so thick it clogged your
It's
toilet?
coagulated. I'm drinking too many Mountain Dews.
God. You know what? I actually went and got a Mountain Dew Berry, a Major Melon because of the show, because they had the commercial for it before the show. I went out and picked one up. It was pretty good.
How are you feeling, Surfer? Oh, did you get the watermelon one?
The Major Melon, it was good.
Yeah, I had it at my convenience store the other day. It was all right. It wasn't as good as the blessed nectar of the gods, Code Red.
No, it's no Code Red. It tastes like a Jolly Rancher, like a liquid Jolly Rancher.
Now we've come into the studio. Got the gold microphone.
Ooh, the Kino Center. Look at that.
The Kinodrome.
The interior. Wow. You should rename the Kinodrome the Kino Dome, like the Thunderdome. You should just call it like the Lightning Shack.
Yeah, maybe we'll get it going again. Maybe we're gonna bring blood sports back to life.
We gotta do it.
We're gonna resurrect it.
Someone's gotta do it. Someone's gotta get someone like right now. We're primed for Kino blood sports. All the grifters are dead. All that's left is like the people who like are actual total spazzes about this. You know, the Trump grift is over. It's time. We gotta bring it back. Someone's gotta get this these right toys on a path towards redemption, towards a new frontier.
Some really autistic. If you out there right now have a low IQ and are suffering from debilitating autism, or crippling social anxiety, or crippling social behavioral issues, it is your time right now to seize the blood throne. Reach for that brass ring. You can get it. I'm telling you. You just need to bring ruthless aggression to the table there. We're going into the ruthless aggression era.
Oh.
It's no longer the attitude era, the old school era.
It's fucking over. It's a new era. The new era. Oh, Surfer.
Are you thinking screwdrivers, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was having. So look, I fucking go to the convenience store to get orange juice for my fucking screwdrivers that I drink, because the screwdriver is the drink of cats and legends, and they don't have.
That's my drink of choice as well. That's what I like.
They don't have Tropicana orange juice, and you have to have Tropicana. So, and they didn't have any orange juice. Some guy had cleaned it all out. Wow. So I had no choice but to get Sunny D for my screwdrivers.
That's too sugary. That's so disgusting. Why would you do that to yourself?
I'm drinking Sunny D fucking screwdrivers.
So you're gonna have a terrible hangover, dude. That's gonna be terrible, man. If you drink,
it's gonna be fucking worse. No, buddy.
Oh, God, that's disgusting. Hey, how's Surfer? How's he feel about being on fucking what's it called?
Murdoch.
How does he feel?
He's fucking juiced. He's fucking juiced to be on Murdoch, buddy. It's like his life dreams.
He made
it's been accomplished.
He made the cameo, bro. They gotta tell him that they can work with him and he'll be on the show. He'll be a voice. Can you imagine Surfer voicing people in Murdoch? He would fit right in. He's got that tone, that inflection.
I know. I think he'd really fit in. They're gonna bring him in for the next episode. If you're listening, Murdoch, make it happen.
Yeah, you know
do the Snickerdoodle swastikas again.
He'll do it.
Surfer has now actually crafted his own swastika cookie cutter.
Oh, what did he do? Did he 3D print it, or did he forge it in steel?
He forged it in steel.
That's awesome.
And he actually didn't do a terrible job. It's not awesome.
Well, I imagine it's a pretty not to downplay, but that's a pretty easy one because it's just squares put together. It can't be imagined it's that difficult compared to more organic shapes. But good for him. Awesome. He did it.
So then we have, we have Sting and Darby Allin's promo.
This one was stupid too. I thought this one was pretty stupid.
Hoodlums. They're hoodlums.
We're hoodlums.
So they fucking get the baseball bat out, and he starts smashing the glass. Darby has this skateboard, and the stupid thing about Darby's skateboard is it's not even like a skateboard that you would do tricks on, for one, and for two, like it's clear that it's never been ridden at all. It's like a brand new skateboard each time, and he just tosses the
that one didn't even have wheels. It was just the deck. It didn't even have any wheels on it. It was just like the fucking board, Like he just got some brand new boards he made. He just threw it out the window. It's like, what kind of asshole just throws a board out the window? It's like, even if you're a skater, it's like, oh, this perfectly good board. I'm just gonna throw it out. Yeah, I don't like skateboards anymore. I'm too cool for skateboards. Ugh. And then Sting tried to break the windows and he fucking fucked it up. And they couldn't even
break the windows.
And they couldn't do a retake because they already broke one of the windows. It was just like, it was fucked. Ugh. Not looking forward to this Revolution match. It's gonna be bad. It was ironic because I usually prefer. I mean, I know you don't like AEW, but I usually prefer the weekly TV on AEW and I watched SmackDown this week too in preparation. I thought that was like a half decent and half like shitty show, but like this AEW I think was pretty bad compared to the Royal Rumble. Like, normally I like AEW a little bit more because I'm a little bit biased because I like the production value better. But
how are they going to beat the Royal Rumble? I mean, I don't think there's ever really been a bad Royal Rumble match. I don't really think.
I've seen a couple.
I don't know.
Fucking Greatest Royal Rumble was not good. The Greatest Royal Rumble was not a good match.
Okay, but that wasn't even. But that wasn't like a real Royal Rumble. I don't know.
I've seen some old '90s Rumbles because I watched some of the old shows back then. There's a couple of the old '90s Rumbles that were just not good. Even the fucking first Royal Rumble wasn't even that good. That one was kind of bad with fucking Duggan winning that one. Although I love Jim Duggan.
Yeah, well,
I'm a big Jim Duggan mark. I met him at a baseball park one time.
Oh, no way.
Oh, yeah. I got the block. I'll go grab my block. 1 second.
What has he done? What is happening? The show is so confusing. I need to get more high.
Here we go, buddy. The 2x4. Hacksaw Jim Duggan 2 Patrick. Look at that. Met him.
2 Patrick. There you go, buddy.
Yeah. Actually, fun fact, my dad just retired. And one of the photos they used for his retirement reel, because he was a sports information guy at our college or whatever. And they during the TV broadcast for that game, they did like a whole like video tribute package to him and stuff. And like the first photo you see of him is him and me doing the thumbs up with Jim Duggan at the baseball field. He just like, oh, it was so good.
Oh,
man,
it is pretty good. Yeah. But yeah, I guess there have been some bad Rumbles there, but most of the time it's pretty good.
It's like a 1 in 1% chance of a bad Rumble. Like, it's possible to do a bad Rumble. But it's very difficult to do one because it's such a good concept. It just works, man. But even before the Rumble, really I thought because I didn't watch the Women's Rumble, even before the actual Rumble started, I thought the whole show was pretty great. Like the fucking Roman match.
Yeah.
The fucking Goldberg match.
They kept it simple. They didn't have too many fucking matches.
Yeah.
The matches they did have were all pretty good.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything really bad. So, when you only have 4 or 5 matches to do, you can make sure that they're 5 good matches. And again, I just don't understand why they don't make the pay-per-views a bit shorter and put less people on them. Not everybody needs to be on the fucking pay-per-view.
No, they don't. Well,
less is more a lot of the time.
Well, it worked with this match because a lot of people were on this pay-per-view, but they were all in the Rumble,
Yeah.
But no fucking Keith Lee. I don't fucking get it.
Now, they were in, like, Tropicana Field, weren't they, for the show? Were there actual fans there at all, or?
No, because they just moved the Thunderdome to Tropicana Field.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's just it's weird. The Thunderdome is just like a big tent in a baseball stadium, essentially, is what it is. It's kind of weird. I'm not sure if I like it even. I don't like the Thunderdome. I would rather they just do it in a big empty stadium. It'd be cooler, but at least they went around the whole
stadium. Yeah, the big empty stadium. They could have. Yeah, well, that was good. I mean, that last man standing match was probably the match of the show. Really.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That was, But anyway, back to AEW this week. Then we had
Jericho and MJF versus Varsity Blondes. I don't know. I don't
so
even
I
remember
don't
this
know
match so
why.
much.
Like,
I think
I don't know
I mean,
why this has to happen.
I like Brian Pillman Jr. I think he's got potential to do something. He's got a good look and he's a good wrestler. And from what I've heard, he's a pretty good promo. But I don't know. I think Chris Jericho needs to be done wrestling. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I think he needs to be done. Like I don't like watching him wrestle anymore. He's not good right now. He's bad.
Well,
And
okay. He hits the lion salt, and they're like, "Did you see that? Did you see that? He did it,
yeah,
guys." It's like, what the
fuck
fuck?
off. It's not good.
Like, are we really gonna suck his dick that he's doing a basic fucking move nowadays? Like, that's not a high flying move nowadays. It's not an impressive move anymore.
No,
So why are we sucking his penis for it? I don't know. Do you know?
because he can do it still, but who cares?
Who gives a fuck? He's a big fat fuck. You know, he's out of shape. He I don't know. Like, he just seems like he's checked out as well. It doesn't seem like he's really trying, even. You know, like, it's not like he really wants. Like, doesn't seem like he wants to be there. I don't know. Like, he's not really doing anything right now either. And you can blame creative, but I think he is the creative for himself. So
He is.
how can you blame creative when AEW basically makes the wrestlers the creative for themselves? I don't know how you fucking blame creative.
Well, he's the one laying out his matches. He can lay out his matches in a way that he wouldn't have to look this shitty. But he just wants to wrestle like he always has because he wants to prove that he can still go like he always could. But he can't. And we've said this a million times. But I think this is like the point where like I've given up on Jericho being good. But and I don't like the MJF Jericho tag team too much. And I don't like the whole Inner Circle dissension shit. But watch the story play out because that's what you got to do.
Yeah, and they do the fucking middle finger salute at the end, and I think that's kind of cringe too.
It's kind of
where they put
lame.
the middle fingers in the middle. It's kind of fucking lame.
It's a little
Pac did a promo after that.
I like this. I actually like this one. I think I'm a mark for CRTs. I like this little CRT with like the DVD player built in.
I like the aesthetic of it, but the problem is you can't really understand what he's saying.
Oh, I got it. He's fucking Ward Jordy. Oh, Kenny. Oh, I'm gonna kick your ass, Kenny. Oh, I'm gonna.
Kenny, it was pretty thick accent. Holy shit, was
he's
it
got this
thick?
Honestly, you don't need to understand the words as long as you get the emotion and the idea. It's like Kenny Omega, I'm gonna kick your ass. Like that's the general idea. You got that, and like it sounded kind of cool. You know, I'm okay. Listen, you can do foreign language promos. Like Asuka doing when she does like her Japanese shouting. You don't understand a fucking word of that, but you totally get what she's trying to go on about. You know, you get it because like she's emoting with her fucking face and her hands and shit. That's what you need. That's quality promotion right there.
Oh,
words are overrated. Honestly, everyone should just make retard noises. Like, oh beep beep beep, big boom boom, chugga chugga chugga,
I think it's kind of limited what Asuka does. Really, I don't know. Like it's like I've never really seen her in like an engaging storyline. Really, no. I don't know. It's kind of shitty.
That either. I agree. But wrestling shouldn't be engaging storylines. Just be idiots yelling at each other. Just go, oh, big tonga! Take it down! Boom!
Oh, fuck. So then the worst fucking thing I think on the show was Cody coming out.
Oh, this sucked. This was so bad.
So Shaq cuts this promo. And it's clear that Shaq doesn't give a fuck. Like, this is on, like, a teleprompter that they've just pushed in front of him.
During this, like basketball
he doesn't,
game.
Probably doesn't even... Yeah.
And there's
he has no fucking clue what's going on.
He's just fucking, like, a shit posting this man. Honestly, there's one he did afterwards, too. It was on YouTube, I saw, where he was talking about how his move's gonna be the Black Tornado. Yeah, I'm gonna do my move. It's the Black Tornado. And he's just like fucking around backstage. And he, like, hits, like, here's a back elbow on, like, a fucking plexiglass wall or something. It's just like this guy just literally does not give a fuck. He's not interested in making this thing like build up at all. He just knows it's like I'm Shaq. I'm doing some Shaq foo on you. Hoya, take a cupcake.
So then like Cody comes out and is like, well, it was gonna be me and Brandy, you know, and like it's just weird. Like it was some sort of weird like meta promo. where he's like acknowledging that like it's a fake, it's like fake, like a business, you know.
Well,
and then
the thing is, his probably the idea was that he like especially during the MJF feud, a lot of his promos he were like real promos. Like he's like legit. He can do with these really sincere, honest promos with the crowd, and it's like. Yeah, that works when you have emotion in the thing, but when you're just doing this for like a celebrity to like pop ratings and like you're sad you can't do it with your wife, it's like that's not the kind of thing you should be real about, you know? It's
no,
like fucking stupid. And this whole program with Shaq is stupid and it's a drop ball. Cause you drop basketball.
but then Arn gets on the holy shit. Arn gets on the mic and starts like cutting this like soulful promo about like Dusty getting on a plane to see Cody's birth, and like Cody's like crying. And it's like, is this earned or deserved at all? Like, what is this? This
is so stupid. Like, and it led to...
This has nothing to do with anything.
What does it have to do with Shaq? What does Shaq have to do with Dusty not being like at your... not be having to like fly to go see your birth? Like, okay, the thing is, I'm sure they're doing this as a tag match, an intergender tag, so that Shaq can lean on someone, right? So he doesn't have to get in the ring. But honestly, I would much rather just have a Stacks Jingles match with Cody, because he's leaning on now a really shitty women's wrestler. Like, right? I'd rather just have Cody handhold Shaq for this match and let him and those two work it out than add two more bad wrestlers into the match to just fuck it up more. Like, right? Like, this is going to be a disaster. Like, you trust Red Velvet?
It's going to be really bad.
Big, tall, buff bitch to wrestle well? I don't. This other bitch.
I don't know if a big, tall, buff bitch has ever wrestled before.
She's a rookie. She's so fucking green. Why are you putting like you put Shaq in there as a tag team with like, an experienced wrestler? Like you put him there in a team with like if Awesome Kong wasn't injured, Awesome Kong would be a good one to team up with. Or like if it's a male, team him in there with Christopher Daniels or fucking Scorpio Sky or some other wrestler who has
somebody who can work. For fuck's sake.
But instead, we're doing this shit, and like Shaq can't cut a promo, Jade can't cut a promo, Red Velvet can't cut a promo, and now Cody, because no one else can cut a promo, also now can't cut a promo because he's got nothing to cut a promo on. Like, what's he gonna respond to Shaq? He's like, "Yeah, cupcake, I'm gonna kick your butt." It's like, how do you respond to that and make it sound good? It's an impossible situation. This is stupid. This is terribly handled. Yeah. It's so easy. Don't have Shaq cut promos. Just have him come in and say, "Hey, Cody, it's me, Shaq. I'm going to kick your ass." Don't have him talk for the rest of it and just have him do the match, you know?
Yeah, but, like, I don't know. Like, Shaq can be charismatic and entertaining. They've gone about it totally wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, Shaq could have come in there and probably cut a promo if he actually gave a shit. And if somebody actually explained it to him. But he was just sitting there in fucking ESPN studios, and they're like, "Read this prompter," you know?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What is Shaq supposed to do with that? I don't know.
Nothing.
Obviously, he was lazy as well. He didn't give a shit, but fuck, it could have been better. And Arn, I don't know what was going on there. Arn's entire speech was like completely incoherent. It was like a total non sequitur. It made no fucking sense at all. It was just insane. Like, and then Cody like crying and like the emotion of it, like it was like the Oscars or something. I don't know. It was baffling to me there, folks. Yeah. Baffling. And I don't know. Cody is not this big star, and it's sad to see.
It sucks. Anyways, let's move on to
Kip Sabian.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the wedding. Listen, man, I don't care. Every time they've done a wrestling wedding, it's never been good. But I've always liked it. It's always been some entertaining shit. Wrestling weddings, like 9 times out of 10, are funny in some way. They're entertaining. The fucking Lana wedding last year was great. The
Kane and or Edge and Lita's wedding, Kane and Lita's wedding, all that stuff. That shit.
The fucking Alley TNA wedding, that one was pretty good.
So they did Jeff Jarrett and Karen Angle or whatever getting married.
Karen Jarrett wedding. Oh god, classic. That's good. Wrestling weddings, it's just a combination made in heaven. It just works. The storyline before and after, although I do like the Butler. I hope they keep the Butler going for another couple months.
I hope they do, but I don't know. They're probably just going to kill it off next week. But I want to see more of the Butler.
We'll see.
I hope they fire Charles if they get rid of the Butler. Fuck Charles. Fuck him.
Okay. Hangman Page defeated Dolph Ziggler's brother, Ryan Nemeth. I didn't like this match. I thought it was kind of boring, kind of a nothing match. It was kind of a. I didn't think it was bad.
You know, this was Jim Cornette's favorite match. Jim Cornette marked out for this match. He was so fired up.
Why?
It's just like a 6-minute match. He was like, "This is what Adam Page's first match on AEW should have been. If they did 10 of these to start him off, he would have been a main eventer by now. But they killed him." I don't know. This was.
I don't get that vibe. I thought this was a pretty nothing match. This felt like a really basic, boring TV match. I thought. I didn't think it like.
Even like his co-host Brian was like, "Really, Jim? Really? You thought it was good, Jim?" It's like, well, it wasn't the greatest match ever, but by God, it was. Not every match has to be.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree with that. But it wasn't that good. I don't think it made Hangman Page look that good.
So I didn't even realize this was Dolph Ziggler's brother when I first watched it. I went like,
yeah,
damn, this guy's really trying to be Dolph Ziggler. You know? I'm like, damn, this fool really trying, like, this is some gimmick infringement shit. He's like wiggling his ass, this and that.
Honestly, if there's one person you shouldn't copy your gimmick from, it's Dolph fucking Ziggler. Because he's dog shit. And I don't want any other Dolph Ziggler in the world.
Again, like, I don't know why Hangman has to like be in all these homosexual angles. Like, he's wrestling a man shaking his ass. Then Matt Hardy's like, "You can change in my changing room. I want you to change in my changing room, Adam." Like, why does he have to be a homosexual cowboy? And why does it have to be when he walks out to the ring, it says has crippling emotional baggage? Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did notice that. They do that every week.
What the fuck is that? What are they thinking?
Well,
what are they doing?
That's a good question. I have no idea what they're doing.
Can you explain why this is now revolving around who's going into whose changing room?
I don't know. That's retarded. You're right. That is retarded. I didn't even think about it like that. I thought they were trying to emasculate him by like throwing him out. So he's got to change out because he doesn't have anyone to. They don't have a regular changing room for all the fucking guys who fucking work there. They don't have a locker room for these fucking generic.
No. So the way I interpreted it was he doesn't want to go into any of the changing rooms because he's worried that other men are going to have gay sex with him in the change room in order to get him to join their faction.
That's a good point.
I think what they were trying to get across was this idea that he doesn't like changing with the other wrestlers because he wants to be on his own, and everybody keeps trying to recruit him to a faction.
I thought that here's what I thought. I thought that they were saying he was changing on his own because he doesn't have a faction anymore. I think only if you're in a faction you get a changing room. Otherwise, you change in the hallway because they don't have the budget for a changing room.
That's not reality. Like, they have fucking change rooms for all of these guys. Like, everybody knows this, I think.
I guess
I don't know.
I guess Hangman doesn't have one anymore. He's out because he used to change with these.
So Hangman is such a filthy fucking job. Like, it's either the Hangman's just a total jobber that's not important enough to have his own locker room and has to change in the hallway,
or like
he's a fucking indie wrestler and a big hole. Or everyone on the roster is a homosexual who wants to fucking fuck Hangman in the ass. And, like, having a cowboy gimmick is already tough enough with the Brokeback Mountain jokes, and everybody thinks cowboys are gay, and Westerns haven't been a big deal in a long time.
Yeah.
You know? But now, like, it's just strange. Like, Matt Hardy coming on to him in this gay way. It's just strange to me that we have to put up with this as fans. Why is it like this?
I don't fucking know. I don't get this shit, man. I'm not smart. I'm not a smart guy. I'm a stupid idiot. I don't get this shit. It's retarded. It's all fucking stupid and dumb.
I don't know. Fucking fire Matt Hardy. So then...
Yeah, Matt Hardy sucks now. Like, this is stupid. He's, like, fucked his own ass. Jungle Boy, Dax Harwood. No, wait, hold up. Yeah, I like this Jungle Boy match. I thought it was pretty good. Damn good.
Mammoth was an OVW. Maybe that's why Cornette liked it.
That might be why.
That's probably true. That's probably exactly what it is. Cornette marks out for the OVW fucking jabronis.
That's true. What's it called? Harwood versus Jungle Boy. I thought that was a pretty good match. I like this a lot, actually. I thought Jungle Boy looked really good, and I don't know if you liked it, but I liked it a lot. I thought it was really good.
Yes, it was a good match, but I'm just done. I'm done. I don't give a fuck about Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler. I think So okay, I think I finally came to the realization of which was which
Yeah.
during this match, but then I think I've already forgotten by now who is who. I think Harwood is the one with the beard.
They both
And
have
Cash.
beards.
Oh my god. Well, but Harwood's the one that's bald, I think.
Yeah. Harwood's bald and Cash has hair.
Yeah, it is what it is. I don't know. The only fucking thing about this match is the fucking cutting off the horns off the fucking mask at the end. What are they doing? They put together this great fucking match. Decent fucking match.
I thought the
Back
visuals
and
with the
forth.
handcuffs were really, really good. Like where, like they're both like sometimes like Hart was like reaching out to try and help Dax, but like he can't. He's like just out of reach. And then like when Luchasaurus tries to go up to help Jungle Boy, like they're both holding him down. Like they're like going like this. I thought it was a really
Yeah.
good visual, like representation of like what's going on, like storyline. Like they don't have to say any words, and it's like he's trying to help, but he can't. He's being held back. I thought it was good visuals on that. I thought the work rate was really good. And I'm happy they put Jungle Boy over. Actually, I think it's time to start getting this guy some push. He's really, really fucking good.
Well,
And
I think it's time to spin Jungle Boy off on his own.
yeah,
Fire Marco Stunt. I don't know what they do with Luchasaurus. Maybe get the fucking dinosaur mask off of him. Maybe fucking, have him take a shower and get a fucking clue as to what he should do with his life, but it's not being a fucking dinosaur. I mean, he can be a dinosaur if he wants to be, but he'll never be a fucking main star. With the physique he has, with the athleticism he has, there's no reason for him to be a fucking retarded dinosaur getting his horns cut off so that he's hornless. It just feels like this is for fucking children. And WWE already feels like it's for fucking children. People want an adult product. This is not adult product to fucking have them cut off the horns. I don't know. It just seems retarded, like some kindergarten fucking grade school shit. And it's just a shitty way to shit all over this fucking fine match that they had.
Like I agree to some extent with what you're saying, but to me, with the whole mask thing, I mean, essentially it's a luchador mask, right? And damaging or defacing a luchador mask, that's a pretty common thing in wrestling, going back to the fucking 50s, Like just how it's been. I mean, we can talk about he's into his horns, but essentially they're doing
but they present it as though he's a real dinosaur. That's like the idea. And like it's that he's now, and I guarantee you he'll come out with the same mask with the horns snipped next week. Yeah. Like it's just fucking retarded. I don't know. It's just me, I guess. Fuck. But it blows my mind that this is what it's come to.
Well, that's life, man. I mean, you have to get it fucking clue, dude. People like goofy shit's in everywhere. You can't escape it. It's like fucking dinosaur shit in wrestling. It's like, yeah, this is retarded. It's stupid, but like, it's like that's fucking half of wrestling is that it's retarded and stupid. Like, there's a ton of shit that doesn't make any sense or would work at all. Like, fuck me. I'm sick of it in wrestling. It's been around. It's been like this forever. Like, since the '90s. Like, it was realistic in the '80s. And then the '90s went goofy. Even during the Attitude Era, it was this goofy shit. And I think it's because you're right. It's old hat. It's played out, and I think we need to move on to like more modern. Like to me, like the modern like version of wrestling is not goofy dinosaur shit. It's Roman Reigns. It's fucking realistic guys who are cutting themselves like real hyper real promos.
Well, I don't know. Like this shit. This shit is fine for people who already really love wrestling, and it has its place. I just don't think it's in the alternative to WWE that's going to really break through to the mainstream.
No.
People want a realistic adult alternative that's fucking badass, that has like a more adult feel to it. This just doesn't feel like something that I'm going to drink beers with my buddies and watch. I'm sorry. No. It really just doesn't feel like that.
Well, honestly, the only reason my friends are good with it is we've invested in it, we've been watching it since the beginning. But like, it's gonna be hard for me to introduce to new people, especially with all the gay shit in this. There's too much tranny and gay shit in this fucking show for like me to like be like on board with it completely. I can't get into this. And like the Luchasaurus, yeah, he's bad, but like, let's start with the heart of the problem. Let's go to the fucking beginning. Let's say what do we need to cut out first. And honestly, I think Luchasaurus, on the list of my problems with this show, he's towards the bottom that he's like a dinosaur character. Like, it's kind of stupid, but like, yeah, he's a fucking wrestling dinosaur. So is like it's not in the same vein as like Undertaker or Kane, but like it's goofy.
Yeah, well-
It's just goofy, dumb shit, and like it can still work and be goofy as long as you handle it well. But let's cut the shit out that needs to get cut first, and that's basically let's cut
Sunny Kiss,
Sunny Kiss, Nia Jax,
Marco Stone,
not Nia Jax,
or Nia Rose, or Nyla Rose.
Nia Jax, cut Nia Jax. Fuck you, we need to fire Nia Jax. Fuck AEW, just fire Nia Jax.
Though, isn't it? It's the same wrestler. Like,
I've got a Nia Jax story for you. I got a Nia Jax story. New Orleans WrestleMania. I come out of my hotel. I'm staying at a group hotel, like kind of like a hostel shit. I'm coming out. I'm walking down Bourbon Street. I'm in a back alley. I'm just like working around. I've got my WrestleMania shirt on. I've got my fucking look like a total fucking Mark loser. I look up and I see no makeup, just Nia Jax walking down the street, and I lock eyes with her, and I like look, and she looks at me, and she's like, "Oh fuck, oh fuck." No. I just walked right past. Didn't say a word to her, but she was like in the fucking desk there. Like, oh fuck, this guy knows who I am. This guy knows who the fuck I am. He's gonna bother me. He's gonna be fucking a mark to me, isn't he? And I just looked and I just pretended I didn't fucking. I just like was like I think she knew I knew. I fucking just walked right by. Didn't say a goddamn word.
What, you didn't ask her to go out on a date with you, bro?
Why? It's fucking ugly ass. Guess what? I'm taller than Nia Jax.
No, that can't be so. I thought you were only 5'4", bro.
No, I'm like 5'10". And honestly, I thought, she looks big in the street. She's taller than everyone else in the company. But like when she's like walking down the street, she didn't look big. She just looked like a normal person. Like when she doesn't have her fucking crazy ass makeup on, she just looks like a fucking normal ass like brown woman. You know?
No,
she's not even intimidating.
She's a giant, surely. That would have fucking.
She's a giant. Oh, she's 5'10".
Oh my god. What a nightmare.
It's fucking hilarious. That was bad. That was fucking fire Nia Jax, though. She sucks.
She does suck. But what can you fucking do? What the fuck else is on? This wasn't actually a terrible show. This was a good match. The last one.
No, I actually, like I said, I really like the match. I kind of, now that you've said it, I kind of agree that cutting the horns off is stupid. If they're gonna play it like he actually got dehorned as a dinosaur, that's retarded. But I thought it was more like they're just like cutting up and fucking up his mask, and they were all because then they also went and they tried to go cut Jungle Boy's hair, and that's like classic heel shit where you cut the luchador's mask or you cut the babyface's long hair. That's pretty like.
I don't know. It would mean more to me if Luchasaurus was actually like a Mexican wrestler who, like, it was established like the mask was like in his family for like 50 generations or whatever the fuck.
I mean, he was
then,
but I think he was trained in Mexico. That's where he got it from.
Well,
but
who the fuck was he? Was he Luchasaurus in Lucha Underground?
He had a different name, but he was the same like style and character. I think he was still a big dinosaur or dragon or something.
Was he?
Yeah, he
Shit.
was.
All right. Well, there was what the fuck, but he would have fit in more there. I don't know. It's just what I want AEW to be is just at odds with what it is. You know.
Oh my god! Did fucking Nyla Rose rape fucking Kylie Ray? What? Someone in the chat is saying that Kylie Ray quit wrestling because Nyla Rose raped her. Wow.
What?
That's what someone in the chat is saying. I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is, that's pretty fucking funny.
They've covered it up. They've covered it up to save the trannies.
Oh my god! Can you imagine if that was really true? Holy shit! Honestly, that would bankrupt that would bankrupt the company if that was true. That'd be fucked.
I don't know. I think people would just cover it up for them in the media. Never be a story.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Just like they covered up Luke Harper's COVID. Oh,
he was Vibora.
Jericho's COVID.
He was.
They fucking went at WWE hard about fucking the COVID thing, but then they hid like Jericho's COVID. And they hid all these fuckers' COVID.
It was retarded.
Kind of.
Okay, Luchasaurus was Vibora in Lucha Underground.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Okay, Team Kaz came out and fucking murked the guys at the production truck. I marked out for him lawn darting him into the fucking production truck, like when Kevin Nash did it to Rey Mysterio. I marked out for that.
That was pretty good, actually. Pretty good. I thought this was pretty good. I think it was stupid they had a merch stand back there. It's like, I guess that must be where the merch stand is, just in the parking lot. But still, it's like, why is there? Cornette
cried. So here's how Cornette cried. He was like, "Well, it's phony. It's phony that they'd be able to beat up merchandise workers and get away with it. But when you think of it, like,
fuck it's
but wait a minute, Jim. But wait a minute, Jim. Like, this happens all the time, that they fucking like beat up other wrestlers. Like, it would still be considered assault. He's like, this would be considered assault in any state. So what happens when they just like beat up the managers? Like, I don't know. Like, if it's justified by them being under contract, and it would be justified the same way in kayfabe that the merchandise workers got beat up. Like, I don't know.
Stupid.
And like, who's thinking this, and who gives a fuck? I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense.
He was upset.
Actually, having wrestlers beat up regular people is good, because it shows that the wrestlers are tougher than the regular people. That should be something that happens more often.
It shows the size difference as well. Because like, a lot of the time you look at these wrestlers and you think, oh, well, this so-and-so is not so big, compared to the other guys. But then they fucking see them again around a normal person. They're like, whoa. Like Randy Orton doesn't look maybe like the biggest wrestler, but you put him next to a normal fucking person.
He's like a
holy shit
giant. He's insane.
He's huge. So.
Yeah. Anyways, after this
segment was good.
Yeah, this is actually a good promo from Taz.
Way better than their promo last week, and way better than Darby's fucking shit too.
Yeah. Hopefully they both, maybe 1 week, both of them will have a good promo. That would be nice.
I don't think so. I don't think Darby and Sting are capable of good promos.
We'll see.
Can you tell me when Sting ever cut a good promo?
Joker Sting.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, those are his most memorable promos. Those are his most memorable promos.
Yeah, I know.
It's not for the reason maybe they should be, but they are. The Joker Sting is probably my favorite version of Sting.
Wow.
That I've seen. I don't know. Like, I think Sting is actually pretty overrated, to be honest, for fuck's sake.
Actually, Crow Sting didn't do a lot of promos. Like, his whole gimmick was that he was
he never cut promos. He's never cut promos. So I don't know why they're having him do it now.
I mean, he cut promos when he was
handy.
Surfer Sting cut a lot of. He did cut a lot of promos. He wasn't the best at it, but he's more known for his in-ring stuff, especially as Surfer Sting. He had some really great matches as Surfer Sting that were pretty damn good. But whatever. Fucking Dr. Britt Baker wrestled Shanna.
Versus Shanna, the Dragon Ball Z cosplayer.
So during this match, I proposed a hypothetical question to my friends. My hypothetical question was this. It was pretty retarded. You're trapped in a room with these two, and one of them you have to kill, and the other one, you gotta make sure you gotta cut their hair in a way that perfectly replicates their haircut at the time. Then you have to do it perfectly, and you only have a child scissors to do. Which one would you kill, and which one would you cut their hair? How would you do it?
I don't know, man, but I'll tell you this: I couldn't fucking tell you what either of their hair looked like, because I just don't I don't internalize the vision of who these fucking women are week to week. Like, I don't even give a shit. I couldn't even tell you what Britt Baker actually looked like. I could only tell you that Shanna was wearing a Dragon Ball Z outfit because I was making fun of it the whole fucking match.
Oh, I like Dragon Ball. I like anime, guys. I like Dragon Ball Z. Oh, I know my three favorite anime are Aizakin, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh!
And One Piece and Yu-Gi-Oh!
No. Okay, he doesn't like One Piece, so what's his face? Fucking JMK's top 5 anime were.
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't like Dragon Ball. He thought Dragon Ball was bad.
What a retard, Like, god damn it. Oh, John's just like such a patrician anime taste. He's got all these anime profile pictures, and he's like, actually, I'm just into it to masturbate to pictures of anime girls. But you're the real degenerate. You're the real degenerate because you bring beer.
My favorite anime is Death Note, Aizakin, and the other one, Yu-Gi-Oh! Fuck it.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Death Note, whatever it was just terrible. Fucking John. Britt Baker won by submission. Locked jaw. The lockjaw with the fucking stupid glove. Fuck. This is like 10 minutes long, this match. Dude.
I checked out this match. Honestly, these women matches I just check out, man. I know we're supposed to review them, but I can't fucking do this, man. This is where I guys, like, fuck this. I'm out. I just realized I'm like 100% gold. I just looked at the video feed. I'm like 100% gold in the video because like my transparency set to black, so like, all my shirt is just like gold. I'm like wearing like a gold blazer. Like, yeah, bitch.
This background, it just got me like screaming, and I'm like contorted to like this abomination. Jesus Christ!
It's awesome, dude. You look great.
His face. I look so good. Look sexy in there.
Well, you can't see, but like, I'll show you if I pan down. Like, that's my like big like nose and like forehead that I'm on top of.
Oh fuck! That looks like a gunt in the top right-hand corner.
That's my forehead.
That's your forehead? Is that gunt?
That gunt is my forehead. Yeah. Face. This has been the background for me since we've been doing this show. I just fuck.
What was it? Okay, MJF goes up to Sammy Guevara in the bar. He's like, it was just retarded. Like, Sammy's like, I'm not stupid. And, he's right. Everybody else is stupid. It's like, it's so transparent that MJF is an evil, manipulative bastard.
Yeah.
But somehow he's fooled them all. It's like when Littlefinger fools people on Game of Thrones, and you're like, but he's clearly an evil, manipulative man.
How do you buy this?
There's no one else. There's nobody else. I don't know. It was just like Sammy was calling out the retardedness of the booking on the show.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, this is retarded.
He did.
I don't know if I've seen that before. Where, like, as the booking is going on, they just call out their own booking as being retarded.
Remember that time that Vince McMahon came out and Stephanie and Triple H called out and said that the show was terrible, and they blamed
King Corbin. It was all Baron Corbin's fault because he was in real life deciding all this.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, that was his fault.
Hey, go Corbin, damn it!
Oh my god.
Next week on Dynamite, Tag Team Battle Royal for a title shot.
And then
the wedding of Kip Sabian and Penelope. Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, fuck Britt Baker. Fuck Thunder Rosa.
Omega and the Good Brothers versus Moxley, Pac, and Phoenix. That should be good.
Hi, Damien.
Hey, Pat.
My roommate just came in. Sorry.
All right. Then there was Anderson, Gallows, and the Young Bucks. Gallows was fired up, in this promo. Yeah. He was fired up. I was seeing more out of him than I've probably ever seen before in a promo. So that's something.
He's actually a pretty funny dude. Like, with the fucking cock strap with the belt. It's pretty base. I mean, like, fuck the TNA tag belt. They don't mean anything. So might as well just it's just your cock, dude. Flop it around with a big elephant dick.
Just your cock. The TNA tag belts look bad too.
Yeah, they look ugly. They look like
I don't know why they keep fucking around with their belts. Like, guys, the belts aren't the problem. Like, the belts are the least of your problems, what they look like. By changing them, like, it seems every year or every 6 months or every 18 months, TNA has to change the design of their world titles. Well, I don't know why.
It is retarded. Okay, so, like, when they first did it with the Global Force Gold belts, right? They remember when they had the Global Force Gold belt, they like merged the two into the one thing because Jeff Jarrett like merged his company, and then they kicked Global Force out, so they had to just paste a sticker on the belt with the Impact logo.
Yes,
that was Tino.
Yes.
So then they had to make a new belt from that because their current belt was just a sticker. So their new belt came from that. I guess they redesigned all the belts then. But then before that, they had just redesigned the Impact belts before that. And remember the fucking Impact Grand Championship? Like the fucking Octagon one?
Yeah. I don't know. Some of their belts have looked good over the years. I used to like the tag belts that Impact had a lot. I used to think they were pretty fucking good. Honestly, I don't know if those were the NWA tag belts or if those...
maybe.
Like the one... I don't know, they were like red. They had like a red fucking bit of red in them.
The belts have red in them too.
Their world... Their world title actually looked pretty fucking good for a
Moose-
while. When it was the NWA belt, it was good.
The
And then when they had that like gold and silver one that was kind of like a UFC belt, I thought that one was good.
Moose's Impact belts is the one he still has right now because he has the fucking what's it called, the TNA belts that he has. What's TNA belt? Yeah, Moose's current one that looks like that's like the UFC style one. That one still looks good. It's got the white strap on it. It looks pretty stylish. It looks pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I'm
Honestly.
talking about that the TNA World Tag Team title that was like the second one that pops up in results. I always liked that tag belt. I thought it was not bad. It was just
No,
like a
it looks
nice simple
classy.
belt.
It looks kind of like it almost looks like a world title belt, but just tag team instead. But the new one, like with the fucking oval, I don't like that. And it's got the owl in it, and it's got fucking all this like futuristic shit. I don't like this shit. It looks bad.
Oh, is this? Oh, this fucking. It's like red in the middle. Look at this.
Yeah,
It looks like a
orange.
lucha title. It looks like it's Mexican or something.
It does. It looks like a Ring of Honor title actually. Is what it
The,
really looks
the
like.
world title that's second to that in the Google image results, the gold with the silver. I like that belt actually.
The what's it fucking called? The TNA title, right?
Yeah, TNA World Heavyweight Championship, like the second belt where it was like the gold and the silver, right? Yeah, that one wasn't bad. And then even the third one is actually
a lot of their belts
isn't bad.
Actually, what's this one with the fucking eagle on it? That one's pretty good too. Honestly, they've had a lot.
Yeah, the third one with the eagle on it. Like, I don't know why they have to keep changing it. Like, some of these designs that they had were actually pretty good, and it's not the problem. Like, the problem is that they're on fucking Access or whatever fucking channel it is now. They were on like Destination America. The problem is that their company is shit. They've lost the faith of the fans. And like, it's very hard to lose wrestling fans, but once you lose them, like, fuck, they're not coming. They're not coming.
The belts mean
nothing.
That's the problem. The reason why they're changing their design, actually, not you think I think the reason they changed their design so much the last couple of years is they keep fucking up their company by like changing like the belt design. They changed the name of the company. It's a Global Force belt. It's the Impact World title. Not the TNA World title. It's like, fuck me, man. Pick a name.
But now they have the X Division title too. Is like this got an owl on it. Like, just I don't know. Like I like that old school one they had that was just a fucking red X on gold.
That was cool.
Well, I thought it was
title.
fine.
It's too much like the NXT title now. It wouldn't work.
Well, the NXT title ripped it off. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that.
Remember? Oh, the X Division, the green belt. Oh man, it was gross. The fucking green X Division belt.
Stylish.
God damn it. God damn it.
Let's finish this show off.
And it was the Dark Order and Young Bucks and fuck the Dark Order.
Fuck them.
All I really gotta say. I'm tired of the Dark Order.
I thought that Anderson and Gallows looked pretty good in this match. I think they're a good team. I think especially Anderson looked good. Gallows was a good big man. I was kind of waiting for the spot where fucking John Silver would pick him up or something, but they didn't do that.
Okay, I gotta say this though. Kenny Omega was saying like in an interview that he's like changed the wrestling business by being able to have all these massive companies work together, and like I just can't believe it. Like the idea that he has that like working with Impact or working with AAA or whatever is like this big game changing thing in wrestling.
Did it not?
It's not.
Fucking TNA versus
it was
the
like
world?
The worst thing I've ever seen.
Wait, what about that TNA versus the world like fucking Tokyo Dome show where it was like TNA and Impact and Lucha and AAA and CMLL all in one fucking show? That just happened in like 2005, right?
Yeah.
Like this isn't new. This is like all these like secondary feds to WWE have always worked together.
He was really jerking himself off about it. Like he was really like tooting us on. I'm like, really? Like, it's really not a big deal. Nobody watches Impact.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit about Impact. Who gives a fuck?
But yeah, the main event was okay. But I'm just tired of the Dark Order, and I really don't really like the Young Bucks either. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was fucked. I thought this was okay. I thought it wasn't the best match in the card, but I thought the match itself was all right, and the wrestling was pretty good. And whether like the characters or not, I thought the match itself flowed pretty good. And I think Gallows and Anderson are fun. I like them as a team, so hopefully they do well and make some good money.
Yeah. Ray Phoenix. Oh fuck.
And
Moxley came in
and attacked some. Ray Phoenix and Moxley came down. I think that's actually be a pretty good match next week. Kenny and Good Brothers versus Omega, fucking Moxley Pac.
No, I think it'll be a way better match than the main event of this week. But look, I mean, it just seems to be these cards that they build up as being big cards, have been disappointing. And this one, which I thought would just be a shitty one, it actually wasn't bad. It was, I thought, a big step up from last week.
I agree. I think the thing is, from week to week, I'd prefer if they just did more regular TV shows. And we said this last week too, where they're doing all these special event dynamites or whatever. I'd rather they just do a fucking TV show, man. Just go week to week and do a pay-per-view every 4 months, every 3 or 4 months. You don't.
Well, that's what people wanted.
But instead, we're getting these
what people wanted.
Monthly special shows instead of TV shows, and it's at least we don't have to watch a TV show again with the B pay-per-view. But man, it's just
And if they only had a world title match every 4 months, it does make it more special. And it keeps that belt exclusive, and it makes the reigns long by design because they're going to be at least 4 months long or 3 months long a piece.
Right.
And
I get,
and that's kind of the way they want to do it.
I get having a world title match on TV once, maybe or twice a year, to just stretch things out, do a temporary food in between, especially that summer between, they do their show in May and then they pay-per-views isn't until August, that's a pretty long span. Do a show in
I wouldn't mind having 6 pay-per-views a year. And I think that would be fine. I think it's just the issue is when you go to 12, it's too much. 4 maybe isn't enough. 6 might be the right number. Because it's tough for them, I think, to string things out 12 weeks. Yeah, for them to string a feud out 12 weeks.
It is tough. Well, they're doing their things on holidays. Is what I've noticed. The one is always one's on Labor Day, one's on Veterans Day. The weekend, so they have the long weekend. And that was by design so they could get fans to travel, and they'd be able to allow fans to travel to their shows for the pay-per-views, and then have that extra day to go home. It's actually a smart booking decision to do those things in the fucking holiday for if you're going to have fans in attendance, because it helps space people out. But that makes sense to do it around those monthly holidays. I think the October one's the odd one out, because I think the February one's on President's Day or whatever, when you have a bank holiday.
Yeah.
That makes sense to do it then. But I think I'm fine if you're not going to do 6 pay-per-views. If you can do 4 real pay-per-views and then do 2 or 3 bigger TV shows, that makes sense. Do one summer show that lasts.
And that would make sense. And they want to pop a rating for Dynamite.
Right. For example, that last time they did it, the Cruise is a great example of doing a nice special show. Where they do a couple title matches on the Cruise, where you do fucking like that. Because I think the Cruise is a cool setting, and that's a cool special show, even though it's not a pay-per-view to do on a TV show. Because you have to do that on tape delay. You can't do that live. Do that in the winter, and then do another one in the summer. The problem is this year they did 3 summer shows, 1 in the fall for the anniversary show. Winter is coming. The New Year's Bash. Now this beach break. They just keep coming with these special shows, and it's fuck me, it's too much,
Yeah. They seem to be doing better just week to week. So we'll see what happens. Well, we'll give our final thoughts then, kind of on what we think is going to happen towards Mania, I guess. Whatever, maybe what's going to happen on Raw. I guess we'll maybe do some questions and then we'll wrap up, I guess, yeah?
Yeah, I'll do some questions and shit. I think Mania main event is, I think it's going to be Edge McIntyre. I think Edge was talking about doing a match with McIntyre on his podcast once. And I think that they're going to go that route instead of Roman. I think Roman's going to face, they could do Roman Goldberg again. They could try doing it again. They could also probably I would do Roman Cena. I think that's a pretty safe, easy match to do. I think he needs to go against someone. He needs to go up against a big babyface from the past to put himself over. Because I don't think any of the babyfaces on his show right now.
Well, that's why I think it's going to be Roman and Edge, because I think Edge and McIntyre is babyface and babyface. There is no real natural story there. Because McIntyre doesn't he's I respect the legends. He just had this feud with Goldberg.
Right.
So it's kind of like a retread of that. If they're going to do babyface, maybe they turn a heel and say, I deserve to take these opportunities away from young guys because I'm the best, and you guys today, you're not rated R or whatever. Maybe that's what they'll do. But I don't know. Like, it's tough for me to see them doing a babyface promo program for WrestleMania with Edge and McIntyre.
That'd be weird. You're right, but I think I have a feeling. I have a feeling that's what the angle they're gonna go with. Not that I like it. I just have a feeling that's what they're gonna do because Edge wanted to put McIntyre over. He said that's.
We'll see. I mean, next night on Raw, I think will kind of give the direction away.
Yeah. And the question
Cena,
is, who is Roman gonna fight? Because that's what I really care about. I think McIntyre could. There's enough heels on that show. They could probably do McIntyre Orton at Mania. They've been building. They could do something like that, or McIntyre Fiend. That one would make a lot of sense. There's a lot of heels in that show that could fight McIntyre, but there's also not a lot of babyfaces that could fight Roman. On SmackDown at least they could pull out to put in that spot. I mean, Kevin Owens is one of those guys. I think Daniel Bryan's one of those guys, but not everyone else is.
Yeah. But nobody's going to want to see, because especially if there's fans in that stadium, people don't want to see. I guess they would get behind Bryan as the babyface and it would work.
Yeah.
But people will be upset. It would be a good idea to put him in there with Roman, wouldn't it? To put Bryan in.
Actually, it'd be a good main event if they could push him right, and it'd be a great match. I mean, because Bryan's a great wrestler, and Roman could probably have a great match with him. I think that would really work well. They could probably play to each other's strengths. So. And my guess is
there's a lot of reality that they can bring to that, where Roman resents that Bryan, screwed up his chances to be a big star, and fucked him over. And
you talk about putting new stars over. When I was coming up, you put me down with your own push, because everyone wanted you to win, not me.
Yeah, so maybe that's what they'll do. But yeah, I don't know. WrestleMania this year. I don't know if I'm more or less excited than I was before the Rumble. I'm about the same. I'm kind of, the Rumble hasn't, and I think that's ultimately, I think the disappointment of this Rumble is it was good. It was a good show, but it doesn't make me that excited to tune into Raw tomorrow. It doesn't make me that excited for the road to WrestleMania. It's not like, it's not like if The Rock came back and had won the Rumble. Then I would have been like, oh, it's Rock and Roman.
Even if it was Cena, Cena would be lesser, I think. I would still be the same thing and be like, oh shit, Cena and Rock, if Cena and Roman are going to happen, that's like not at the same level, but I'd be like, fuck, I'm excited for it because it's something different and new. Now though, I mean, Edge we already knew was coming back. He was a known figure. If Edge had come back at the Rumble and then won it, that would have been exciting.
Why did they not save him as a surprise? Did they announce that?
If they saved him as a surprise, I think I'd be more excited for the Rumble, for the Mania even. I think now that I know he's back and he's just part of the show, it's just like...
There needed to be, I felt, a big surprise and get people back excited. And even, get some eyes back on the product. Even putting the title on Goldberg would have popped some people, and maybe got them back on the road. But I don't know. As it is, it was a pretty... I don't know. It wasn't a super surprising show that Edge won, that Bianca Belair won. I wasn't super surprised. Reigns won, McIntyre won, and Banks won. And that's what we pretty much expected. It wasn't that big of a surprise. But it was a good show.
The only surprising thing was that the fucking tag titles changed hands. I thought that Jax and Baszler weren't gonna win again, but fuck it, that tag. Why is there a women's tag title? I did predict that.
It needs to be removed. There's not enough depth to the division yet, or probably ever for it. And there is the deepest women's division that there is, or ever has been, really. I mean, maybe the TNA Knockouts division or these Japanese companies has a more stacked women's division, but.
We got a question in the chat asking you to sing Shawn Michaels' theme song using his church singing voice.
Let's see here. I think. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, Shawn. I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks that drive the girls wild. I've got the moves that really move them. I send chills. But I don't know. I don't have the church singing voice right now. I can't bring it in. I'll try and do it. I'll try and get it next week.
Okay. I have to sing the Ass Man theme in the church singing voice.
The Ass Man theme.
I'm an ass man.
I'm just. Oh man, I just don't have it tonight.
Ass man.
Voice isn't there. I don't know. It must have been the bong tokes or the fucking Sunny D screwdriver.
Sunny D screwdrivers.
I think it's the screwdrivers.
We did get a little bit of snow this weekend. Someone was asking. Yeah, we got a little bit of snow, but not too much. You know, it's been a pretty mild winter this year actually, which is nice. Like the winter is weather's been all right. We went for a walk tonight. It was pretty nice out. A little bit icy, but not bad. Let's see here.
It's puberty. It's tough. I finally hit puberty, guys.
I'll scroll up and see if I see anything. Yes, the
wrestling. Soon I'll have body hair even.
Yes, Pack. The wrestling did make me feel better. I wasn't actually that depressed. I just wanted to make that video the other night just because I wanted to get shit off my chest, man. Sometimes.
Well, I thought you might have been in character. Were you not in character for that video, or was that real?
I was like half character, half real. But you know, sometimes you just got to vent, bro. It doesn't have to be real. I don't actually have that much of a character. Like I do character in my wrestling matches, but most of my videos like 100% real, dude.
No, bro. No, it can't be. It was that. I don't know. Somebody came to me. They're like, "Oh, Gahoole seems real depressed, man," and I was like, "Oh, he's probably just playing a character."
No.
So what is it? Some bullshit with bitches? Bitches got you down?
Bitches don't got me down, but sometimes when you're up late at night, here's the deal. Here's the key to not being depressed: is to make an angry YouTube video about what you're thinking, and then you're not depressed about it anymore. So you stop thinking about it. You know what I'm saying, bro?
I don't know, but you just gotta drink and do drugs, buddy, until it's not that way.
That's unbased. That's degenerate. Okay, I need to jack off to anime.
That's how a real man handles his problem, by drinking vodka until it no longer matters.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I just, you know, sometimes you just gotta get some shit off your chest, man. Like that shit was like that. You know, the training shit bothers me, bro. You know, that shit's fucked up.
Well, fuck, man. Have you seen now? Philosophy Tube's tranny. Jim Sterling's a tranny this week.
Yeah. Listen, man.
Who's next?
That shit's a mind poison. Okay, it's a fucking mind virus. Like I don't think it's like a parasocial, like a parasitical, like social thing. Like you know, it's totally. You know what it is? It's fucking emo. It's the next generation emo, but with chemical drugs and dependencies.
Oh shit. Well, do we have anybody? Do we want to do callers? If anybody has something to say about the Rumble,
anyone have any?
Or are we gonna call it?
I can put the call-in line up. You won't be able to hear him though because I don't have my fucking audio set up right.
Oh fuck it then. Don't worry about it. We'll fucking maybe do it for WrestleMania. Yeah, because I doubt anybody watching this.
I gotta find a way to get
callers for me.
I'll have my video production friend help me set up a call-in line that can actually be heard through both. Because I think it's a setup thing like with my virtual audio cables, and I've just never fucked with virtual audio cables before. It's a fucking disaster. And we could do Discord call-ins totally fine if I can open up the call to the public. But I like doing like the phone call line because it's a little bit easier than having to get people's Discord info. It's fucked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have.
What's Surfer think about philosophy tube pruning?
Philosophy tube pruning out there.
What's Surfer think, bro?
He's like he at first thought that it was not real. He just couldn't believe that it was real. And then like the evidence just kept piling up because he's watching that video where Philosophy Tube comes out as trans. And like for the first 20 minutes he's still dressed as a man. So Surfer's like, oh, he just did it for attention. Mm-hmm. But then he like actually starts like wearing the dress and shit. And Surfer was like, I can't believe it. And he's just depressed more than anything. You know, there was some guy who said that Philosophy Tube was like his example of non-toxic masculinity, of how to be healthy masculinity. I imagine that guy's probably killed himself.
Yeah, because he's not a man anymore. It's a woman.
He's still a man. It's not valid.
He's not a man anymore. He's fucked.
Well, you know, it's just fucking nonsense. It's just nonsense. He'll never pass.
When is Goldberg coming out as a trainee? That's what we gotta find out next.
Who's next? Goldberg's next as a trainee. I guess. Jesus. Remember when they made Vito wear a dress? Do you remember Vito?
Oh God,
with
Yeah.
Nuncio's partner.
What the fuck? That was fucked up. Jesus
And like they
Christ.
just had this like 40-year-old bald Italian man wearing a fucking dress and wrestling.
Hmm.
Like that would be considered so transphobic today, I'm sure.
Let's see. We got a question from the chat. Oh fuck! I got a phone call.
What did I think of the shoe nudes?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on speaker now. You can kind of hear it. What's up? Hello?
Hey, PPP, when's the next cookie with Surfer?
Well, we're probably going to do Cornish hens next. But we've kind of kept things, chilled throughout January. Coming into the first week of February here, we're going to get out this Griffpocalypse video. Kraut, that lazy cunt, finally started putting the video together today. Editing this intro, this fucking meme package together for me. So that'll be done tomorrow, hopefully. And then I can start editing together on my end that video. But the next Cooking with Surfer, I don't know. Could be any time. We don't want to overexpose Surfer. You know what I mean? If it was every day, it wouldn't be as special with Cooking with Surfer. So it's nice every so often we sprinkle them in. Do you have anything else?
Anything else, caller? Caller, are you there? He fucking hung up. What a
drunk.
bitch.
Somebody asked what I thought of the shoe nudes. I didn't think she looked terrible. I thought she looked actually pretty good in her nudes, aside from the one where she's like bald, and I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. But the whole shoe controversy is just fucking crazy. Hopefully it causes BreadTube to fucking lose their minds. And start fighting with each other and cause infighting. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with all that.
Oh, the numbers.
More Mr. Kraut's fight.
If you guys want to call in, the number's in the fucking chat, like in the description of the video. But I'll post it up again if you guys want to call. Let's see here. Did you see the Kraut versus Bausch PPP? I did not watch Kraut versus Bausch. I don't watch any of that shit.
I did. So you have to watch Kraut versus Vouch. It's so fucking funny. It's one of the funniest fucking shows you're going to see in terms of blood sports this year. Like, Kraut is like calling him boy. He's like, where were you, boy? Where were you when I was fighting the alt-right, boy? Don't take that tone with me, fat boy. And he calls him fat boy.
That's awesome.
And then he's just like belligerently ranting at Vouch. Like, Kraut might have been drunk as fuck. I don't know what was going on. And Vouch is like, are you drunk? Are you mentally well? And he's like gaslighting Kraut to make him doubt his own sanity. It was fucking amazing. It was just jokes. I mean, like, Vouch did make Kraut, I think, probably look unhinged to his fans and the people that would be watching it. But like, from my perspective, like, Vouch was just a total lying, swindling snake. He's like, oh, where's the proof that Shu's a grifter? I mean, have you watched her shit? Like, are you retarded?
Yeah,
it's obvious that she doesn't have
fucking, like, she was obviously a grifter. That's like her entire thing. Like, she was literally in like the fucking, like, she was really grifting off the right until a couple months ago when she saw that the Biden surge was going to happen. Now she's on your fucking team. The only thing that's remained the same is that she only hangs out with pedophiles. That's the only thing that's remained the same.
So I don't know. It's just fucking nonsense. Like, Kraut's often like hiding because he thinks he's been blown out forever by Father Vouch. But like, he comes in and calls him Father Vouch and asks him to fucking forgive his sins. I thought it was funny. I thought it was a funny fucking performance. It was only 40 minutes, so it's not a bad listen because they're just going at each other the whole time.
I'll take a listen tomorrow at lunch if I get a chance. That sounds pretty good. Pretty based, actually. Listen, here's the thing with blood sports. It's not about... People think that it's about winning or looking good. It's about entertaining people, Like, none of my... I did, like, 3 or 4 blood sports, and none of them at all were coherent or logically argued or well-made. It's all about being funny and arguing and, like, being, like, a shitposter. That's what it's all about, Yeah. When you BTFO'd fucking Dax or whatever his face, Dax...
Yeah.
Dax Hardwood,
whatever.
Dax
the Hammer. Dax the Hammer Herrera.
It's Dax. Wait a minute, Dax Harwood and Dax Herrera. They should team up and form the Dax Collective. Do you think Dax Harwood called himself that off of fucking Diddler Dax?
I very much doubt it.
That'd be fucking amazing. But when you BTFO'd him, I mean, like, you were pretty logical, but like you were also just like shitposting on him, and that's what made that work. That's what was funny.
Well, I just could I don't know, like it was his reaction to just be like being challenged in any way, and not having control over it, and he just spiraled. And just like he just fucked himself. He's talking about Barbie dream mansions and all this shit. Like, holy fuck! I was the prom king in high school. I was the prom king. I'm an important person. Like, are you not like? What are you talking about, bro? Like, you're 40 years old. Like that shit was like 25 years ago now, dude.
Get a grip.
Like, holy fuck! I don't know. I don't know how anybody listens to him, and I don't think anyone does. I think it's all just a fraud.
It's all fake.
It is.
Well, you know what we got to do? We'll bring Bloodsports back. We'll get Crowd on. We'll get fucking JMK on. We'll do Crowd versus JMK, and we'll debate what the top anime of all time is, and we'll have that excellent debate. And it'll be a one for the ages. People will be talking about it for years.
Yeah.
Kraut will have to, whatever he thinks is best anime, he'll have to argue with JMK's reasoning that Death Note is the best because he saw it once.
Death Note is the best. Oh, fuck. Come on, but I was expecting him to come out with all these really obscure animes. He's watching it his whole life.
He's even more pleb taste than a casual anime fan. If you how do you have an anime profile pic and not know a single anime? How do you not even mention Evangelion?
He has anime profile pics. All of his profile pics have been anime, and he would always be telling me that I had bad taste in anime or I didn't know anything. And it's Jesus, man.
How is that possible? We need to get JMK back on this show. We need to get him back online. He's a source of content. It's got to happen. Well,
I don't know. I feel
YouTube,
bad because he's clearly mentally ill, right? He's clearly shouldn't be on the internet, and I hope he stays off. But if he does come back, God bless him. I guess we'll fucking deal with him again. But
here's the deal.
He's.
I think mentally people should be on the internet. In fact, I think the only people who should be on the internet at all are people who are mentally ill. All these normal people.
Oh, you're right.
All these people who are well-adjusted on the internet are ruining it. They've ruined it all for us. Back in the day, the only people who were on the internet were people who knew how to get on the internet. And they were all mentally ill assholes. And we need to bring them back.
It was the smartphone. The smartphone truly killed the internet.
It's over now. Now, yeah. Anyways, I gotta go to work tomorrow, so I think we should call it quits. We had a good run of questions here. I only got one call.
All right.
We can honestly, if the speakerphone works, that'll work for now for call-ins. But if we want to do more call-ins in the future, we'll all get a setup where we can put a fucking Discord bot in here, and people can call into that or some shit. It'll work fine.
Yeah, but I'd prefer if people actually called in with wrestling questions and not just, talk about Dax or Ralph or this guy or If you call in for that reason and it's constant that people are doing that, I will not answer them because this is supposed to be a wrestling show.
Yeah. Well, listen, we talk about wrestling for 2 hours, so I don't mind a little bit of this other shit too. You got to have a little bit of a balance, but people listen. There's plenty of people who want to talk about actual wrestling too. Where's fucking Anime Pro and SMG and all these guys? We should have, maybe one day we'll get SMG on as a guest, and he can talk about how much he loves Bailey and why she's so fucking hot. That'll be based.
Oh, Bailey is a sexy lady, buddy.
You fucking.
What about that thick ass of Bailey?
She's so ugly. She looks like a fucking. She looks like a Mexican maid.
A Mexican maid? Is she Mexican?
Yeah, she's Latino. She's Latinx. She's Latinx.
She's not Latina.
She's Latinx. She's
Latinx.
Oh, she's Latinx. Take a look at that corona. Modelo time. Papa.
No, buddy. I think you gotta ease up on Alexa Bliss. Buddy, she's
Alexa Bliss. Dude, bro, I've been to war twice now with the Bliss pack. I've kicked its ass. I've destroyed it. I've destroyed this Alexa Bliss forever. She's done.
Alexa Bliss will always return. Alexa Bliss is now powered up into like her final lolicon form,
I know, it's
where
so
she's
creepy.
like the ultimate pedo bait.
I know.
She's like powered up into like
She's literally a
this
12-year-old
final
child in like, oh, she's actually 35, even though she dresses and talks like a 12-year-old. It's definitely not fulfilling my pedophile fantasies. It's like the fucking, it's so bad.
I haven't needed to use this form to win the pedophiles in many years. GAHOOLE.
God.
She's busted it.
She's fucked. Honestly, it's fucking disgusting, honestly. But, the bliss fag, I'm sure, is ready and happy. Also, there's
I'm
never going to be...
fapping when she's on the swing in the playground and she's swinging. I'm just like, yeah.
That's what I
Bliss.
like. Bliss! Also, someone in the chat asked for cooking with Damien. That's never going to happen because my roommate Damien only knows how to cook two things, and that's mac and cheese and cheese bread. That's all he ever eats. I've never seen him eat anything besides that. Maybe you'll get cooking with GAHOOLE, or cooking with Adam, or cooking with Beard Girl. But, yeah. Also, Damien can't be on camera because it'll break kayfabe, but I don't want to say too much more than that. All right.
Myanmar. Did you know that Myanmar has had her coup?
Oh. Shit.
Yeah.
That's fucked. Did the PPP princess like wrestling?
Everybody loves wrestling.
It's true. I love wrestling.
Everybody loves the wrestling.
Even my mom likes wrestling.
No, your mom doesn't like wrestling.
She doesn't. You're right. I lied.
Fucking piece of shit.
I totally lied. I showed her like wrestling once. She's like, "I hate this," and she turned it off.
All right, guys. Let's fucking call her a night then, I guess.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Otherwise, I would stay up later. We'll do a show, next week for AEW if you want. I'll be around if you're available. Sunday night or whatever night.
We'll probably do a AEW next week.
I might watch SmackDown again next week just to see what happens. I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch all of Raw tomorrow, but I'll probably watch SmackDown.
I don't know. I'm gonna try and tune into Raw tomorrow and see what happens. The Raw after the Rumble, but I mean, it's probably gonna be shit. Nothing's probably gonna happen. But
did you see that Randy Orton fucking RKO'd Alexa Bliss on Raw last week? He did. He totally did.
Fucking base.
We said he should, and he totally fucking did it. It was fucking awesome. It was sick.
XT's the cut Alexa in the head. I don't know what they're doing with Alexa and the Fiend. It's just some bizarre shit.
They're doing. It's some guy's fetish. That's all it is. Some guy's fucking fetish with this.
Yeah, it's like a mental masturbation there.
It's fucked. All right, but we'll see you next week. We'll see everyone. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. It was fun. And don't worry, I'm not actually fucking depressed. I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm fine. Or am I?
Yeah, GAHOOLE got laid this week.
I got lit?
You got laid this week.
I did not get laid this week. I haven't gotten laid in 23 years, brother. It's not gonna happen this week. I've avoided it this
week. This is the week. This is the week, buddy.
I'm not getting laid. You know what I'm gonna do instead of getting laid? I'm gonna play video games.
No.
I'm gonna play video games and watch AEW, and that's gonna prevent me from getting laid. We all in.
That's enough.
All right.
See you. Good night.
Bye.
Juice.